Welcome to Spurswasion TV. We are doing our FIFA World Cup 2022 watch along, right? The game today we're going to focus on is going to be Croatia versus Canada. Of course, before we start, we're going to say a very good evening or good night to us in Malaysia, Julian. Right, it's going to turn into good morning very soon. Right, of course, good afternoon to all you, or good morning or good afternoon to all you guys in Europe. And of course, I'm getting confused here now. It's either good morning and good afternoon again, all you guys in the Americas. World Cup makes you all confused. But whatever it is, today is a weird day because all the favorites lost. Japan lost 1-0 to Costa Rica, right? And the biggest upset at the moment for today is, of course, Morocco beating Belgium 2-0. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. But before that, right, it's a good morning to Scott. Yeah. Good morning, Scott. Scott, you have time. You can hop on, right? I'm not sure who else will be joining me. Julian here's from Malaysia. He's a Newcastle fan, right? And of course, Saudi was supposed to beat who, and lost. Poland. Ayo. All kind of weird Poland, results. All kind of weird results, huh? Right, against Poland. Saudi beat Argentina, lose to Poland 2-0. So something is going on. Something very, very weird going on. Somebody's stirring something somewhere. I guess. I don't know. And of course, Costa Rica beating Japan. I was working. I didn't watch the match. Did you watch the match?
Yeah, I watched the match.
So,
Japan Costa Rica. Japan has more chance actually.
Oh, but didn't get a score.
Didn't get just one good goal from Costa Rica. That's it. And it has to happen at the 80th minute, I think.
No chance to come back. But I don't know. So many upsets has already gone through, right? I'm not sure whether the Croatia versus Canada will there be an upset or not. But of course, the Belgian game, I caught a bit of it. They will say actually Morocco were more intense and more faster. They had more
aggressive.
More aggressive than the Belgians. I don't know. Maybe age is catching up with most of the World Cup teams nowadays. True. Age is catching up. But of course, Canada was a very young team also going out there, right? Gave Belgium a run for their money. Didn't score the penalty and ended up losing. They lost, right? I guess they lost 1-0 to Belgium. Right. So, So today now is Croatia. I don't know. Croatia is a partly aging team also. So they're coming up against a young Canadian team. Do you think the Canadians will have a chance?
I think draw. I think they will definitely put a fight to Croatia. Confirm
put a fight, yeah. All right, lah. So you're watching on Astro, I guess. All Malaysians watching on Astro, That's the only one channel. But at least we're getting all 64 matches. I don't know why doing a lot of advertising for Astro now. Maybe we'll get a sponsorship from Astro.
I don't know how the next World Cup got more teams. Won't be 64 matches already. Maybe could be
I don't know.
Close to 100 matches.
Next World Cup, most probably I'll be close to retirement and most probably be going over to Canada and join my fellow Spurs YouTubers in Canada. Right,
that's great. That's great.
That's my plan. That's a long-term plan. Let's see how that goes. 4 years time. Save money now. Right, every day save 10 ringgit.
That's why now Canada auditioning for their World Cup next year. They're playing now.
The only thing is, let's hope with our new government, our Malaysian ringgit strengthened, so we got a bit more chance.
Yeah, true.
But let's not get into politics. Right now. But
World
Cup is here. World Cup is here, so you will be watching every match. Don't tell me.
No. Definitely the 3 AM matches. I didn't watch much at all.
3 AM matches, the only one I tried to watch was the England one. Overslept, woke up at 5 o'clock, then switch it on. Oh, nothing happened. Okay, good.
0-0. I might catch the 3 AM later since tomorrow is a public holiday.
Oh, yeah, Malaysia. Yeah. Don't go to politics again.
But I don't know whether age is catching up. I say I watch at 3 AM, but I'm quite sure I might not wake up to watch.
Set an alarm for 2:45. Then alarm ring, just press it and then go back to sleep.
Because it's a big game later, Germany, Spain. So I don't know whether this result. To me, I think Germany must beat Spain.
Yeah, that's true. Let me bring on one more guys. Hi, Guguma.
Hi.
Guguma is from South Korea. Yeah.
Julian.
You met Julian before, right? Yeah, he's a
Yes,
Newcastle fan from
good to
Malaysia.
see you
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
Hi,
yeah.
hi, Guguma.
Yeah, Guguma, today is upset day. Upset day.
I
Japan
heard
lost.
that Morocco beat Belgium.
Yeah, Morocco beat Belgium 2-0. And late goals, huh?
Hi.
And
God.
all about late goals nowadays. I don't know. I think maybe the form and yeah, maybe it's how would you say the teams nowadays are all faced with all the difficulties and all that, right? The
Uh-huh.
weather and all that, and playing the games and all that. So I guess the form and the fitness is all very, very questionable. But I don't know. Now we're going to focus on the Croatia versus Canada game.
Yes,
Croatia
yes.
versus Canada. Yeah. Who are you rooting for, Guguma?
I don't know. It's hard because my twin is from Canada, so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to root for Canada. But
yeah.
also, like, I really love Perisic,
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I'm torn between
Yeah.
Perisic and Canada. Yeah, yeah, we want to see Perisic do well. But the
And
last game
Modric
against
too.
Morocco,
You
yeah,
didn't miss
Modric,
Modric,
yeah,
I know.
yeah. But Modric, I think he seems to be a bit old already.
Yeah,
He's
definitely.
pace. As I saw the game against Morocco. Actually, the Moroccans actually played quite a good game against them. But I guess, yeah, I guess it's time. I think maybe how you call, you know, age is catching up, and
Mhm.
we will see how that goes, right? Let me bring on one more
Yep.
guest. Let me get Harry on.
Hey, you're
Hi,
right.
Harry. Yeah, Harry,
Hi,
you met
Harry.
Guguma before?
Yeah,
Hi.
I know Guguma. Hi,
Yeah,
Guguma.
you
You're
know
right.
him. And then I'm sure you know Julian, right? Julian is our Newcastle friend from
Oh,
Malaysia.
you're a new. Oh no, maybe did I meet you once or not? I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe. I
yeah,
don't know.
maybe.
Hi, Harry.
What
But
time
now
is
we're
it
all.
where you are, Eugene?
It's gonna be 12 a.m. soon. 3 minutes to 12
All
a.m.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And you're reaching 12 noon Sunday. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, yeah. And of course, before we go on, right, we gotta say happy birthday to Bob Spur.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
we'll
I'm
say
gonna see
happy
him in
birthday.
like a couple of hours.
Happy
Yeah. Happy birthday,
birthday.
Bob.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Bobby. All right, big up to Bobby. Right. All right. Perisic is playing.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yay! I'm
yeah,
so excited.
yeah. That's what the woman was saying. Torn between Canada and Perisic.
Canada and Perisic. To be honest, I'm enjoying no Tottenham for a few weeks. It's been alright.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
No
sometimes
stress.
it
No
brings you
stress.
stress from seeing your. No, the only stress is that you hope that none of our players get injured. And
Emerson.
let me bring on one more guest, right? Hi, Manny.
Hey, Manny, you right?
Hey guys, good to see you. Eugene, sir, thanks a lot for having me on. Always a
Oh,
pleasure.
no, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure having you on.
I've actually been busy, doing quite a few watch-alongs for Hanno and other channels.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, I was actually supposed to do this one for his channel, but he said he just messaged me and told me there's no need for you to do it. Someone else has volunteered to do it, so I said fine. Let me come on and join my dear friend Eugene from Malaysia and accept his invitation. So this
Yep,
this
thanks for
promises
being
to
on.
be an interesting game. I still don't think that Canada have enough in them to try and pull out a win, although a win would be wonderful. But
What do you
the
think of
way
the Morocco game, though? Because on paper, you'd have thought Morocco wouldn't have done it, but
no, I think the problem with Belgium right now is that
yeah.
they're coming to the
They're
end of the
old.
cycle.
But you could say
Just
that
say that they're old.
about Croatia as well, though, Manny, couldn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
You could in some respects, but here's the problem. I think Croatia obviously would have felt that they were, the better team against Morocco and were denied in a way. And obviously, players like Modric and Perisic are coming to the end of their cycle. But the difference is that unlike Belgium, most of those players at the end of their cycle are really only just a 2 or 3, and there are some younger players coming in who will take Croatia forward. As for
That's true.
Belgium, I just can't see any kind of development. And they've just kicked off where I am. Have they kicked off where you are, Eugene?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
8
Yep.
seconds. to you.
no,
Me
Yeah.
too.
no. My screen is still showing them running around in the pit, getting ready. Getting ready. I guess you'll be at least a minute or 30 seconds ahead of us. What about Julian? Where are you at now?
Yeah, just kick off. Just
Oh,
only.
just kick off. Okay, I'm gonna
Mine
kick off
says
soon.
27 seconds. 28,
Mine
29.
8 second. 8
30.
second. Mine 8
All right, so
second.
20 seconds ahead of you then.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like
Oh,
1
when
minute
to
behind.
scream, I know already.
Yeah. I'll be behind Money a minute. Right. I'm not sure how
Yeah.
far Guguma is behind it. But it is what it
Mine
is,
was
right? At the
30
moment.
seconds.
Oh, you're at 30
Wow.
seconds. So I'm the
Oh.
lowest.
Okay.
I'm the furthest behind. But guys, today is the day of upsets. You know, the favorites
I
all
didn't see
lost.
the morning
Like,
game. I was asleep.
yeah, the game.
And I saw a bit of it, but
What called Japan lost to Costa Rica.
yeah.
Right, Costa Rica was supposed to be deemed the whipping boys, but somehow
Oh, he just scored already.
Oh,
my
for
God.
heaven's sake. Big
Who scored?
turn on his head.
Canada
Alfonso
just scored.
Davies.
Canada just scored.
Canada just scored.
Yeah.
Yay
Oh
for
my
Scott.
God.
Canada
Oh
scored.
my God.
I mean, seriously, are these established teams taking the mickey?
Oh yeah.
I really
Hey,
don't know
there.
what's going on
I
here.
didn't tell you, man.
1
As
minute.
well. I was like, it's just Croatia. and I was
Alfonso
like, Croatia.
Davies.
He's good, right? He's like.
That was a
Yeah,
brilliant
yeah.
goal. Honestly, you'll see it in a
He's
minute.
so
It's
young,
good.
22 years old only.
I mean, on
Oh
the
no! Don't
first
go.
attack.
He's gonna be VAR. Is gonna give it offside.
Oh my God. Seriously.
It's a good header, good run and good
It's
header.
a great move, actually. Right
Yeah,
on his
great
head.
move.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that's
No,
not
I mean,
offside.
against Belgium, they had a lot of chances and they didn't take it, right? So
You know what? I'd
Yes,
still take
yeah,
Ziyech
that's a
at Tottenham.
penalty.
I don't care what anyone says. I'll still
yes,
take Ziyech at Tottenham.
Don't forget, Davies missed a penalty against
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Belgium. So
They deserve
I
3 points from that game.
Oh,
in my
what a
opinion.
good
Yeah.
header.
So this is a history
Look
with
at the break.
Alfonso Davies
Oh, he's
scoring Canada's
onside.
first. He is onside. He should be onside. I believe Richard
Onside,
Larea
onside.
might have been in an offside position, but because he wasn't interfering with the play, that goal should stand. And
It's crazy.
This is
Oh.
history.
It's actually crazy.
He ran from.
Yeah.
Oh no! They're
behind
gonna
the
come on.
defenders.
Go on, get another one. Go on. Go on.
Cold.
I mean, they just caught Croatia cold.
No, Croatia just switched off.
Like Tottenham.
Yeah. Oh, like Tottenham. Yeah.
Did you watch the
And,
England game, Eugene, at all?
Nah, I wanted to watch it, but I overslept. I woke up at 5 a.m. my time.
You didn't miss
The game was
anything.
at 3 a.m. my time.
You didn't miss
Yeah,
anything.
that's why when I woke up, I didn't miss anything.
We were so bad. England played like Tottenham. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the replay on that one.
Oh, England were just so
Yeah.
bad, and he just keeps on playing Mason Mount.
Who is actually in Croatia's defense? Guardiola and all that. They're there, right?
Guardiola's playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovren is Lovren playing? Am I wrong?
Lovren is playing. Yeah. Lovren's
Lovren,
still
yeah.
playing. I still remember Lovren and what Harry Kane did.
Danger.
I also remember their vice captain, Domagoj Vida, who also has 100 caps to his name, the number 21. I don't know why
Yeah.
he's not in the team.
Is he not playing?
No, he's not. From
I
the
know
looks of it.
Modric is playing. So.
Modric is
So,
playing. Perisic is playing. Modric is playing.
I mean,
But at the moment, it looks like Canada is like dominating the ball.
What I've noticed about some of these teams is that they have so much pace. Like their players have so much pace. Like Canada, Japan, USA.
Mm.
All these teams people are underestimating. They all have so much pace.
But can they maintain that
Exactly.
pace throughout the
Yeah.
whole game?
exactly. But another thing we have to consider as well is that, never mind the fact that this World Cup is being held in December, a large number of the big teams who've come to this World Cup have not had enough time to acclimatize at all.
True.
That should be out of play. Croatia throw.
Mm.
And I'm also going to say one more thing. What John Herdman did to take the heat off Alfonso Davies was an absolutely brilliant piece of man management.
Who does
He
he
said
play
that he-
for, Davies? Sorry.
I think he's
Uh,
in Germany with Bayern Munich, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Davis is Bayern Munich. Wasn't that out?
It was, and it was a free throw-in
Isn't that
because
out? Yeah, that's
Richard Larea couldn't keep that in play. So
Yeah.
Canada, of course, are unchanged, and that means that we will see some subs coming on later. Certainly, the likes of Sam Adekube, the number 3, might replace Larea later on if they want to have some impetus going down the left wing.
It's,
But
it's Serge Milinkovic. Milinkovic Savic. Is he a Croatian also?
Serbian.
Oh, okay. He's Serbian. All right.
And there
We
are
played
two-
against Brazil, but
Okay.
And there are 2 Milinkovic Savic's in the team. In
the
that
goalkeeper
team.
as
One of-
well, isn't it?
Yeah,
And there's the goalkeeper.
he started against Brazil. And believe it or not, the starting goalkeeper for Canada, Borjan, he happens to be a Serbian refugee. He still plays in Serbia for Red Star Belgrade, but his loyalties are firmly with Canada. He and Miloš Degenek from Australia were in the same refugee camp, and now both of them are at this World Cup.
Big up to them. Yeah. So I guess now it's time for Croatia to come back.
Yeah,
they have to.
No, but the thing is that they against Morocco, they didn't create many chances either, right?
No.
Yeah, there weren't any clear cut chances. That's why I don't know. For me, it's like when I was doing the England watch along against Iran, I was telling they're scoring too many goals too early. They might just dry up.
For England?
Oh, that was off the top of the bar.
There's no way Wales can go through, but they have to win 4-0, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's not impossible, but I just don't see it happening.
Okay, if Dyer is there, anything is possible.
If Dyer is there,
Yeah,
there's
listen,
always a chance.
guys, Wales got Davis and Rodon. That's possible. too.
Joe Rodon.
Rodon was awful. Oh my god, he was so bad.
Spurs, Joe Rodon, Spurs.
Manny, didn't we do that watch along for Wales against USA? And Rodon was just. I mean, he was.
We
even worse
did.
in the second game.
I mean, Rodon was one of those defenders who was, completely nervous. In fact, he very nearly scored an own goal, only for Hennessy to save his blushes. And the USA actually in that match should have won it, but I think Greg Berhalter was a little bit tactically naive in taking off his better players and allowing some slower ones to come in. What happened was that Wales, of course, were able to get back into the game after bringing on, especially after bringing on Kiefer Moore and Brennan Johnson. And then, of course, it had to be St. Gareth of Bale with that penalty. But against Iran, Wales were abysmal. Their passing
I didn't watch that game. So.
Their passing was absolutely atrocious, and they just wilted in the heat. And
that's what the other thing about against Iran. They actually just wilted in the heat. You just could tell that by the time the second half came along, right? They just couldn't run anymore.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. And the weird part is that I don't understand what Hennessy was doing. Right? Maybe having heat stroke or something, just made some wrong mistake.
Yeah, I felt for him. Actually,
is he onside? Is he onside?
No, he should be offside, seriously. But that's some good defending.
What a
there.
chance.
And the linesman's flag is in fact raised. So, yeah.
I was going to say.
I mean, these linesmen now will allow them to run and try and score, but then, like the killjoys they are, they'll raise their flag.
Yeah.
Why don't they just do it before? I don't understand.
No, the worst part I do not like is especially when something happens like he's already offside. You don't raise your flag, and then the opposition gets a corner, and you're awarded the corner for an offside. Yes, all right.
Oh,
yeah, that comes to entry. Yeah.
I felt for Hennessy in that match because, he actually was having a good game. He was solid on crosses. He made a good save from the midfielder.
What was that, mate?
And if he hadn't have made that, I think he was probably compelled to come out because Neco Williams had pretty much lost Taremi, and Taremi was bearing down. But he just got the timing completely wrong, and it's one of those things which happens to anyone. I mean, certainly, Eugene, sir, you'll remember 1982, Tony Schumacher and Patrick Battiston, of course.
I remember that.
Semi-final. World Cup semi-final.
1982, I will be like 14.
Steak.
Too far back for me. Yeah. Alexander, Steak. You want to join us, Steak? I'll drop the link in. In the, hey, big up Eva, man. Big up. Right, Eva's from Hong Kong. Right. Long time no see. Steak. Alex, if you want to join us, I'll send you the link. Put it into the chat so you're gonna join us, and have some steak.
Yeah, we'll have some steak.
Yeah.
Is Canada's
Perisic.
their manager is really good. Has he been their manager for a long time?
Yeah.
Apparently, he used to be.
Wasn't that in
women's
1986,
team
Manny?
or something as well.
Huh?
Oh, really?
I watched a bit about him. and he's been manager of the women's.
No, that was 82 because the reason why is because France made the semi-finals of that World Cup. Germany also went on to reach the final, losing to Italy. And it was 1982. Because in 86, I believe the semi-finalists were Argentina and Belgium, and also West Germany. I don't remember who West Germany played in that final, but that wasn't 86. I'm certain it was 82.
Okay.
And of course, that 82 tournament was also notable as the tournament where football died, with Brazil losing to, I believe, Italy in the quarterfinals.
Okay.
The team of Zico, Socrates, and
Yeah.
Falcao.
It was a magical team, right? You're talking about, and they lost to Italy, and Italy won the World Cup that year, right?
Yes,
awful.
they did indeed.
That was awful.
Yeah.
But here's the thing as well. Alan Shearer, in his analysis of that team, said that as beautiful as that team looked, that team didn't have a striker. And there are quite a few teams in this tournament, mind you, who have all the midfield impetus they can get, but who are quite simply toothless up front.
Yeah, big up, Luca.
Yeah.
Luca, good to see you, son. And I'm thinking of teams, obviously, like Mexico this time around, because I did the watch along for the Argentina-Mexico game for both Hannah's channel and another channel at the same time. And although Mexico were causing Argentina a few problems with their tough tackling and pressing, they simply didn't have anywhere near the quality to get behind the Argentinian defense. I think Irving Lozano and Alexis Vega were pretty much nullified by the Argentinian defense. They couldn't get in.
Isn't Jimenez in
Yes,
he came on later, I think. He came on later. Yeah.
He did come on later. And so I think what Gerardo Martino will need to do is replace either Vega or Lozano with Jimenez to at least provide some sort of a goal-scoring threat. But Mexico were toothless up front. And I'll tell you one thing. Those two goals scored by Messi and Fernandez were fit to win any match. Messi was, a perfect... Messi was a perfect 10, and as far as Enzo Fernandez was concerned, that was just 24-karat magic from the number 24.
No, that was nice.
That was a good goal.
That was a good goal.
Alex, the link is in the chat. If you want to join. Anybody wants to join, the link is in the chat. Right, hop on and just have a few laughs with us. Right.
Yeah. There ain't no party like a Eugene watch-along party.
Well, the last one I came on was I was swearing about Emerson for about 90 minutes. So I think. Do you remember?
Yeah. But don't worry, we got no Emerson in the World Cup. So
there's no Emerson, so it's fine.
And Guguma Hertman has been a men's coach since 2008.
Women's coach, that's what I'm saying. He was a women's coach.
Thank you, twin.
And he was a women's coach for about 10 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh dear. And let's say the Dietrichs FC winning this group. Dietrichs, yeah. I put the link in one of the group chats. Dietrichs in. I'm not sure whether he'll join us or not. Right. But Dietrichs is Canadian plus Moroccan, so I guess Morocco won, so he's celebrating. Right.
Morocco played really well. They deserved that win.
Yeah.
They could have got more goals.
Right? Yeah. But what I'm saying is that it's a weird World Cup at the moment, right? The results that we're all hoping that will turn up, it doesn't. But usually we do see a few upsets along the way. But this World Cup, we've seen the upsets which are actually unbelievable. Saudi beating Argentina.
Go Canada.
I'll tell you one thing, though. That Saudi
didn't touch
Argentina...
him. Sorry.
That Saudi-Argentina result was as freakish a result as you can get because, look, Argentina should have put that game to bed by half-time.
Yeah,
no doubt about it. And,
I didn't watch the games. No, I have no idea.
I didn't watch that game either. I mean, I was supposed to.
But then what about the Japan-German game?
I watched that. Japan were better for me.
Yeah.
I thought Japan.
But the favorites were always Germany. You get what I'm saying? Right? And
Germany underestimated
going one goal down and coming back up again to score to win that game. That was the biggest surprise, right? And I'm not sure whether what is he saying? The big teams are not getting acclimatized to the weather in the Middle East, but
exactly, and we saw something similar happening.
And a lot of players play in Europe too, so I guess it should iron out certain way, right?
Not really, no, because I mean, regardless of where you play at club level, obviously, when it comes to playing international football, if you're born in that particular country and have played there for a long time, you
No,
know how
but
to
Manny,
adapt.
did you see Tomiyasu after that game? He was like crippled. He was lying on the floor and couldn't get up.
He's
But
been
the rest
injured,
of the teammates who were playing in Asia, right? They were more acclimatized to the weather and they were just like, get on with it.
No, but here's the thing. Tomiyasu wasn't exactly, as Hasper said, he wasn't exactly 100% fit coming into the squad. And they also did have another defender, Nakayama from Huddersfield Town. I mean, it would have been an absolute dream for him to have been a part of that, but that poor fella has had an Achilles injury, so he had to withdraw and he's out for the season. So, I mean, Moriyasu obviously wanted to try to have the customary controversial selections, leaving out a couple of experienced players. But today I did the watch along, and although they certainly tried to press and control the midfield, I was absolutely gobsmacked at their lack of quality in the final third. And I think it's fair to say.
Did Mitoma play?
Yes, he did. But he came on as a sub, actually. Yeah. Mitoma and Minamino came on as subs.
Yeah, they came on a sub. I can't understand why Minamino couldn't start.
Yeah.
Moriyasu should be blamed for that because they say you never change a winning team, but I think he wanted to try and freshen up the team by making as many as 5 changes. He probably wanted to reward the super subs who came on and saved the day, but there's a reason why they're called super subs. It's because they're toothless starters.
Yeah. Spain, Germany is the other game tonight.
Yeah, I'm also going to see. I'll watch it if I did have some appointments in the morning. But most probably.
This is one of the reasons why it's horrible.
I tell you guys, while these weird results that's going on, Germany's going to win. Watch Germany beat Spain.
Oh boy! If they beat Spain, then that is going to set the cat amongst the pigeons. Not just a cat, mind you.
Have you noticed
cats? 2 cats amongst those pigeons.
Yeah, but have you noticed all the these group matches been going on? The first round matches is like most of the the big upsets, the small the big wins were the big wins, right? And now in this second round of games, they're all like ironing out, and you got a very funny feeling. It's like a lot of the teams, right? There'll be 3 teams on same level scores coming at the end of the group matches, and I don't know.
Maybe he's good, man. Number 19's good. Who's that?
Alfonso Davies.
Again,
he's really good. They got Connor out of that. Did you not see his tackle on? That's really good.
I mean, we had a similar situation in 2002 in Japan and Korea because it was being played in Asia and because the climate was also very humid.
I don't think so.
Teams had to make sure that they finish their season and then immediately go on the acclimatization trip and then prepare to come for the tournament. And even then, we saw the likes of France bomb out in the group stage. Italy lost in the second round to South Korea.
Yeah.
Argentina that year didn't even qualify from their group. And, of course, their group also included England. So happy for David.
Maybe it's an Asian thing, right? When the World Cup reaches Asia, you get all these weird results to,
Is that when Turkey got to the semi-finals, or is that?
The same.
Oh yeah, correct.
And of course, Senegal beat France in the opening game and went on to reach the quarterfinals, losing to Turkey themselves, I believe.
Turkey were really good that year.
That was the year when they broke out and became a legitimate team rather than the usual whipping boys they used to be.
My God, guys, Canada is like dominating Croatia.
Yeah.
What is the guess?
They're gonna score another goal, Canada. I can feel it.
I think you see that. They need to score another goal because you do fear Croatia. Somehow or another, Croatia might come back.
They just seem a bit slow.
Yeah. And this could very well be Zlatko Dalic's last tournament because I do seem to remember after Croatia exited the Euros early, Ante Rebic, one of their players, criticized him, and Dalic said, "That's it, son, you're out." And it's the same person who also sent Nikola Kalinic home. But it could very well be that Dalic has come to the end of his cycle alongside Modric and Perisic, but we'll see.
Oh,
It must be Modric's last tournament. You think, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Only way Canada lose if Scott comes on because he's negative.
Isn't he Canadian? So
yeah. Scotty. Yeah, Scott is gonna be positive for this, right?
I don't know about that.
You know, I've been doing some watch-alongs as well with Chris Mossing from Moss Sports. He actually has a watch-along going on right now, and he sent me his StreamYard link. But obviously, since you invited me first, I must bow to protocol and say thank you very much indeed. Happy to join in.
Thanks for joining me.
I mean, Croatia might just have a possession, but I just think Canada look more threatening when they go forwards. Why
but you see, Croatia is so slow. You know, why are they playing? When you get the ball, you're supposed to go fast forward. What happened to
Guguma's gone.
Yeah, Guguma dropped off for a while. Maybe some internet connection or something. No, but the thing is that when Canada gets the ball, they go up so fast. This World Cup we've seen, right? A lot of the national teams, right? The reaction there is like you see how they play when they're playing for the clubs. Yes, I think that's the form they're bringing in, right? But of course, a lot of the unknown teams like that we don't watch, right? From let's say from Asia or Africa and all that, right? Come on! Oh, isn't that offside? Who's number 10?
England should go through, though. They'll be up against a Welsh team which look extremely demoralised and bereft of confidence.
How about pride?
But Mani, it's always the UK derby.
Yeah.
Whenever there's a UK derby, there's always UK results.
It's always a big thing.
I know. Agreed, but here's the thing: the last time England played Wales in a major tournament, England won. Of course, it was by the skin of our teeth. I'm not naive to forget that, but it's a question of really, the quality that we showed against Iran. I think against the USA, obviously we fielded an unchanged team, but we underestimated the US and their brilliant midfield. But in stark contrast, and I think Hans, you can agree with me. Page, being the stubborn mule that he is, will be loath to change his formation. Although I think he will be forced to change his personnel. Obviously, there's no Wayne Hennessy, so Danny Ward will be in goal. I don't rate Danny Ward at all.
Danny Ward, and I'm sure you watch it, right? Leicester and Spurs, the 6-2. That's the fear there. But you never know. It's the World Cup. Other things might happen. But like what we've all been saying, if Southgate doesn't come out and be brave, right, and actually go for Wales, I guess.
Do we know if Madison's going to be fit or not? Because I know he's.
Madison is still injured. I think Madison most probably will be fit. I think in the next couple of rounds, right? But the way
it's like Grealish and Foden, he has to play Grealish and Foden.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He might, even if it means dropping Saka. Even if it means dropping Saka, I'd have Grealish ahead of Saka, and certainly Foden can come in.
Yeah, and then what Stakes says, we didn't beat US.
I just don't see Mason Mount playing. I just think
whenever Trippier got the ball, he will hold it for about 30 seconds just to get it back past it. No, that's the thing. He plays like maybe he's just mirroring what Spurs does. Yeah.
Is Walker not fit? Walker's injured, right? Isn't he? I think.
Yeah.
Is Kyle Walker injured?
And subbing Rashford on was the worst decision he could make. I don't agree. I mean, I would have wanted to see Rashford come on for Harry Kane instead of Bukayo Saka.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes this is always the problem with England and Spurs, right? Somehow or another, Kane is, you can't not have Kane there. So I guess maybe during the Wales game, maybe Kane just, be rotated, take a rest, and maybe come from the bench and play from there. That's how I see it. But
I don't think he'll do it, though.
Happen. Yeah, that will never happen. Right. But, the only thing is that, what if England draws with Canada? Draws with Wales, right? And let's say, they'll still go through. It's just whether you go through on top or not. Because now that, the teams that you don't want to play, it's either you want to
Netherlands.
Oh,
Yeah, you
oh,
avoid the-
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1.
Oh, he's offside. He's offside.
Okay.
Offside.
And of course, we'll probably beat Wales 3-0. Yeah, most probably. we
Kramaric
will.
there.
Nice. Hmm.
Nice try.
Offside.
It was a good move though.
Yeah, it was nice.
No, he's offside. He's
Yeah.
offside.
Good
The
play.
line.
Good play.
Offside.
That means the
Yeah,
Canadian defense is
offside.
more alert then.
I think he got a
Yeah.
bit lucky there actually. He knew they were,
Yeah.
he was offside. He was in the second phase of the move or third
Yeah.
phase.
Yeah. I mean, and of course, there also was a claim that prior to the Hennessy sending off, Taremi had also just wandered offside, and VAR didn't check that. So, I mean, in that case, the offside might have taken preference over the challenge. If it weren't such a horrible challenge, maybe. Actually, it would have taken preference because, as bad as the challenge was, you simply cannot hope to get anything from an offside position. But let that not take anything away from Iran. They were simply the better team that day. And to answer your question, Eugene, if Iran beat the US and we draw against Wales, we end up finishing second. So we have no excuse for not going out to win. But knowing Southgate as well as I do, he will instruct his boys not to take the Welsh lightly. And look, you know, we always talk about lambs to the slaughter. If you enjoy Welsh lamb,
Get it in there.
there
Get
are
it in there.
Welsh lamb.
If you enjoy Welsh lamb, there are 26 of those lambs waiting to be slaughtered.
26 lambs.
Yeah.
I know, Haz, given your Greek roots, you enjoy lamb more than any other meat.
Oh, actually, no. I'm not a big lamb fan, but it's all right.
Oh.
Yeah, I prefer chicken, to be honest.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But yeah, we do eat quite a bit of lamb.
Of course.
Yeah. But whatever happens now, right? You say there could be an upset, but what if, because for Iran, all they have to do is they have to draw. That's one thing, right?
Are USA out then if Iran draws with them?
Yeah.
Yep. Because Iran will have 3 points. I mean, 4 points. USA will have 3.
Yeah.
But the USA are going to go all out to win. Make no mistake about it.
Yeah. But I think the plus factor there is that it's going to be the evening game. So if this was the early game, right? Play in the noon, 3 o'clock game, or maybe the Iranians will have a chance. But let's see how that goes, right? In a few days' time, we do not know. At the moment now, of course. Oh, that was a blatant trip.
No, but next round of matches, we'll see games being played at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. Now they have the AI version of the offside thing, right? Instead of actually showing you the picture and drawing the lines. So yeah. One of these days, all these will get manipulated. You watch and see.
No, but that's the thing. I mean, the technology is there. It's absolutely brilliant. It's the way the officials are using it that's horrible. And so far, with regard to VAR, most of the decisions at this World Cup, touch wood, of course, have been spot on.
Yeah.
I think they've used it really well so far. It's never been,
But Manny, you were saying, right, like the Hennessy red card and all that. Why wasn't VAR used? It was like in the sequence of play and all that.
It
So
certainly could. It certainly could have been used, and maybe they could have looked at it. Maybe VAR decided it was really not offside in the end, but they could have. I mean, that was a controversy, but obviously, maybe they believe that Taremi just timed his run.
Oh, that was interesting.
No, but at the moment now, you see, like, the way I see Croatia is they have the ball, they keep going backwards, right? And not. Okay, that's a nice one. Okay. No free.
Oh, that's bad.
No free kick. All right. You can see it's like Croatia is not moving fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hats off
Canada's
to-
the best. Mhm.
Hats off to Atiba Hutchinson, 39 years
Mm.
old. I think tonight's his 100th cap, and he's still kicking it with the young'uns.
Yeah.
Is that the captain?
Hutchinson, yeah, number 13.
Wow.
Okay. And Brian Daigle's been talking about this. What, Tajan Buchanan, is he on?
Yep, it's unchanged. So he's starting. He's on the right side of the forward line. David's.
okay.
I think it's David in the middle and
David.
Davies on the left.
Yeah, you're right. That's how it's out.
Oh.
Any goal?
Not yet.
Oh,
No.
oh no.
I mean, and I was actually speaking to Moss and talking about the tragedy of Scott Arfield, who was a big part of Canada's progress, but ended up retiring not too long before.
There he is,
they
number 11.
qualified.
Nice
Yep.
try.
Mm.
Buchanan,
Yeah.
and wins the throw there off Perisic. But Moss was telling me, you know, Arfield was finding it difficult. His
Perisic.
family was still living in Scotland, and he was coming to play for Canada. He was also playing in Scotland. So in the end, he had no choice but to
Yeah, he's
retire.
right. Hoylett's not playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire.
Oh, Junior Hoylet.
Remember when he used to play for Blackburn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice in Reading.
We used to
What
link.
else is
Spurs
Reading,
used to
right?
be linked with him when he wasn't a free transfer that
perfect.
window. Spurs would link with him. I remember.
Yeah.
Blackburn
was years
Rovers,
ago,
Queen's
though.
Park Rangers. Yeah. Now Reading.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Already.
QPR. He went to QPR. You're right.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
He did quite well in QPR, right?
Okay, I guess.
He played longer there. That's what I know.
Yeah.
But like he
Still
never, because he was a player that was quite young at the time that Spurs were looking at him.
Yep.
But after that, he
Mm.
never really did anything.
Mm. That's what Spurs players do. They come and join
And,
us. And, then they leave us.
And
They'll
this
do
is the
some-
thing. This is one of the reasons why Canada are well worthy of hosting or co-hosting the. Hutchinson
World
has been a good servant for Canada, but isn't really that good now. One of the worst moves by John Herman playing him out of sentiment. I'm not too sure. I mean, obviously he was taken off before the hour against Belgium, but today so far he hasn't looked too bad.
Yeah. Scott, stop being negative. You're winning.
Yeah, be positive, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. Big up to Scotty, right? Just all we love him.
Quinn is
I mean-
rational. That's what he is. He's
And I'll
Is
tell-
rational.
I'll tell
is
you-
Korea playing tomorrow? Do you know
Yeah, I'm doing a watch along for a Korea Ghana, but I guess you'll be working, right?
what time is it again? I'll be at
1
work,
p.m.
but-
your time. Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
I'm
be at
definitely
work.
missing that, unfortunately.
That's why tomorrow Korea Ghana. I really in my watch along. It's Tony versus Party.
Son versus Party.
Yeah, Sonny
Yeah.
versus Party. Yeah, yeah,
Where Son turns up.
yeah. Son turns up.
Yeah.
If Son turns up, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
all that can be said is that without Thomas, Ghana's party falls flat.
Thomas
Yeah,
Party
that's true.
T. Sorry, that's that song.
No, but Ghana lost, right?
Yeah, they
They
lost to
did.
Portugal. Yeah, 3-2.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
3-2, yeah.
they kept it going till the end, obviously, and
They
Portugal.
almost equalised.
I'm not impressed by Portugal, especially with Ronaldo starting. And quite a few people have said that it
Oh.
might be time for Fernando Santos to bench Ronaldo and let the likes of Rafael Leao and company, the young bucks, if you will, play and do as well as they can. And again, I don't know what it is with Piers Morgan, but that fellow, quite simply, I mean, he's
He's an
what
Arsenal fan, isn't he, as well?
Yes, he is. And, obviously, listening to you, I thought you might have said a really rude word there, but everyone knows what that rude word is. Good save that by the Serbian-born
Yeah.
Bojan playing against Croatia. He doesn't need motivation, I would imagine. But, look, I'm sick and tired of people basically saying that,
Oh, nice save.
Ronaldo's still good enough to play in the top leagues. Maybe he is, but which top league club would come in for him? I think it's fair to say that even Todd Bowley, after taking a look at that interview,
He'll go and play the top league in Saudi Arabia.
yeah,
Major League Soccer.
Yeah,
that would be good. With
Saudi Arabia
and
playing
mind
well,
you,
though.
straight at the goalkeeper, right? What you can get between his legs? Yeah, yeah. But now,
Yeah,
come on, Ronaldo. He's 37. He should have retired 2 years ago.
You should go MLS
Yeah.
or
No,
something
but
like
if you're
that.
in for the money, it's a different thing. If you're in for the glory, right? Don't get paid so high. Go and come play for Tottenham Hotspur.
That would make Piers Morgan absolutely apoplectic, and I would be here for
Oh,
that.
it was
Let me tell you
1-1.
now.
Is it onside?
man.
It's onside. All right.
This time it's onside. And this time
Yeah.
Kramaric
On the
won't
Who
corner.
be
scored? Who
denied.
scored?
Kramaric.
Oh, mine haven't scored yet.
Has Scott started getting angry yet or not?
Oh,
On the corner, right?
nice.
No.
goal.
Oh, it's a goal. Yeah, now I saw the goal.
It's actually a good goal.
Kramaric.
Quite tight angle goal actually.
Nice.
Yeah, Richard
Perisic
Larea, they're
assist.
losing.
Oh, was it Perisic assist?
Yeah.
Assist. Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, I don't know who was marking Kramaric, but certainly at fault there for losing his man.
Do you remember?
Is
Did
what
he
it
still play for
is.
Leicester
Perisic
or
is
not?
so good. Oh,
Oh yeah, it's a good goal.
See, I told you, Scott. Right? Stop
No,
being
anger,
negative.
I don't care. Anger for what? I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Is it my son comment or something?
Winning or losing means nothing in this World Cup, though. So yeah, I guess. But really, man. Yeah, Scotty. Yeah.
I like the way he thinks. And obviously, given the circumstances of this World Cup, I mean, look,
Yeah.
I know how important it is to grow the game globally. Grow the game globally. Grow the game globally. Grow the game globally. That's a tongue twister and a half right there.
Yeah.
I know how important it is to grow the game globally, but if the circumstances surrounding the Middle Eastern bid were different, had it been a country like Saudi Arabia or the UAE or Kuwait, which had qualified for the World Cup before and have some sort of a footballing heritage
Football
to
nation,
talk
yeah.
about, that would be really good. But I mean, Qatar had no heritage, and somehow they were able to patch a team together, which came together to win the Asian Cup. And I think this
Asia
tournament
Cup,
has shown their limitations really more than anything else. And I think they will struggle to qualify for the
Why?
next World Cup.
Buchanan is down and they're fighting, and Perisic is scolding him.
angry.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but the next World Cup there'll be more participants.
I don't think they
So,
should do that.
yeah.
I don't think they should do
The
that.
Asian slot will be more. I think a lot of
Yeah.
countries will be able to qualify actually.
Yeah.
Is it
Then
they want to
maybe-
change to a 48 or something?
Yeah,
40.
Crazy like that.
It's official
40 or
already.
48?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
48.
That's crazy.
yeah. 48.
Right. Malaysia has a
Oh.
chance then.
Malaysia, no chance.
Cyprus might
Malaysia.
qualify.
Thailand there, like Thailand there.
Cyprus
We'll
might
see.
qualify.
Vietnam and Thailand will be there. Malaysia no
Could
chance.
be one Vietnam or Thailand.
Yeah. But Scotty,
Wow.
you're hanging up Christmas decorations now.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I mean,
it's gonna go, is it?
listen, Eugen, traditionally you start your Christmas decorations at the beginning of December. I think our friend from the Great White North is doing it a few days early. And
Oh,
listen,
yeah.
I respect people who wait until after Thanksgiving or at least until the end of the month to do that, because obviously there are some people who are half-baked enough to do it at the end of Halloween, which means the beginning of November. Sorry, I'm not happy with that.
That's
Italy got
definitely
it.
me. I'm doing
that's
on the
for
first of
Italy, right?
December,
Even with
so-
the extra spot, Italy still won't make it. Yeah.
Yeah,
got it.
especially if they have Donnarumma in goal, they won't make it.
Is the 1st of December on Thursday? Am I wrong?
Yep.
First of
Thursday.
December is on Thursday.
That's what I'm
yeah.
gonna put on my tree anyway. I always put it on the
Okay.
first.
All right.
Top one.
Yes, it was too cold to do it
Do it
earlier.
earlier.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Halloween,
Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
all I can say is that it must be some sort of an American thing to buy into this commercial timing right now, because I mean, all these shops will promote that this is the holiday season
mm,
it's
with some
yeah,
technicality.
money. It's same in Malaysia. What do you think, man? Our shopping centers already coming up with all the Christmas decoration.
Yeah,
Right.
correct.
And this year is the weird thing. Straight after Christmas and New Year ends, right? You're coming up with Chinese New Year decorations.
No, but
Yeah,
at least
but
that's
January-
but at least that's according to the calendar, and at least
Yeah.
you have that season of the timing dictates that happens. But traditionally, when it comes to Christmas, protocol dictates that it only starts at the beginning of December. So
Yeah.
why people would want to do it before then, I have no idea. It's another reminder of how Christmas has become so much more commercial. Now, of course, I'm from a Hindu family, but I'm very secular, and I have a very deep respect for many religions. And while living in the US, I would attend Catholic masses at the Sacred Heart Church in downtown Tampa. And yeah, obviously, you know, whenever it's decorated for Christmas and you have all the decorations around, and of course you have the sermons and you know, the midnight.
I think for Scott in Canada, right, he has to choose it through the weather. You can't be doing your Christmas decorations in a blizzard, you see. So
Do you know if you-
Well, I think it depends on where Scott is, because I know that Mr. Mossing,
he's part of Scott is from Ottawa, right? Even I'm mistaken.
Ottawa. Because I know that Chris Mossing lives in Saskatoon, and that it does tend to get reasonably cold over there, I would think, especially in the western areas. So,
for them, right? Minus 18 is reasonably warm.
Kids and wife like Christmas decorations up early, so I get them right away.
I'm assuming you mean minus 18 Celsius, because if that were minus 18 Fahrenheit, oh boy. No.
Do
any of you like Marvel movies? Because you know there's a Guardians of the Galaxy.
Dietrich's from Ottawa.
The Christmas holidays.
Ontario.
Did you watch it? I watched it today.
Oh, Scott's from Alberta. Yeah, Scott's in Alberta.
Oh. So I know that Chris Mossing lives in Saskatoon nearby. So you know, the two of you, I'm sure, would have had a few good chats every now and then. And I'll tell you one thing. I would predict that if Canada were to secure a win, I'm sure that the likes of Tim Hortons and other places would be announcing special discounts and promotions now for the team. Just think of the sponsorships and the riches they'll end up getting.
We'll see whether Canada wins. But okay, let's say if this game ends in a draw, will it help Croatia? I don't think so, right?
It doesn't help Canada, because Canada lost the first game.
Of course, it doesn't help Canada. It won't help Croatia, but that means that if you go into the last game, right, they had to play against Belgium. Croatia, if they beat Belgium, then they'll go through.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I mean, you saw the way Belgium played today. I really don't believe that you know, Belgium will have it in them now on the way they're playing. Looking at the way they're playing right now, I don't think they'll have it in them to qualify. All of those golden generation players are at the end of that cycle. I think Roberto Martinez has definitely seen better days. Free Timbits for everyone.
I've never rated Martinez as a manager, really.
Don't be
I
surprised.
just can't believe he lasted very long. He's still there.
No, Spurs are going to end up with Gareth Southgate once Conte leaves. That's what's going to happen.
Oh my God! Please no.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the truth because we have
And
our chairman.
Julian, stop laughing at us.
Oh no, another one. It's 2-1.
Croatia.
Livaja scored,
Livaja. Well, this just goes to show that Canada's inexperience is working against them. But look, they're not disgraced by any means. It's just that they've come into it.
Let's see.
That was a brilliant move.
Oh, good goal.
It was a great move.
Who created it? Modric?
Was it Modric?
No, that's how you should finish.
Kovacic. Was it Kovacic who passed it to him?
Oh.
Kovacic has played really well today.
Wow.
It's a good goal.
Yeah.
No way the keeper can save that.
And it's from outside the box. Just on a
Go fast and low. Definitely can't save that. Fast and low.
Scott is right. Scott is right.
Yeah.
We should have listened to Scott.
We should listen. Don't get your hopes up when Canada scored, right? So this bad defending. 3 people, 2-person on 1
player.
It's a good strike.
Yeah. Good strike.
Obviously, if you want to defend, you can't just back off like that. And I think I'm starting to see Scott's point about Hutchinson. He now looks to be a little bit off the pace.
If Canada aren't careful, it might be 3-1 down by half time, the way it's going.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
and don't forget nowadays we get extra long injury times, right? From whatever happened.
No. What happens is that now the recent trend in the last few matches has been that the first half will only have a few, not even 1 minute of time. I think Japan and Costa Rica only had 1 minute. And yesterday when I was doing the Argentina-Mexico watch along,
5 minutes.
Oh yeah, that was 5 minutes. But there was another watch along I was doing earlier where there was only 1 minute, and now it's 5 minutes. So the agony isn't over for Canada.
No, because every time you score a goal, right, I think it takes them about a minute to reset. So that's what you get. But remember, we did the longest watch-alongs for each half, right? The England versus Iran match.
England.
My God, 14 minutes. I was
Iran.
sitting there. When is it
An
going to
An
end?
hour
When is it
half.
gonna
It
end?
was 1 hour
Yeah.
in the first half.
Yeah, we're going to do extra half an hour for the show.
It was
Just
a
for
2-hour game,
injury time.
basically.
Yeah, basically a 2-hour game. My gosh. But of course, with injuries and all that, you can't avoid it, right? But, you
I
know,
always watch the England games in the pub here, so
yeah. Yeah.
on Tuesday I'll be in the pub.
Oh, this coming Tuesday again. Yeah.
So, Has, once again, it's a
Yeah.
BBC or an ITV for you now?
BBC for me today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once again, they're sort of alternating their coverage, I think.
Yeah, but it's been mainly BBC today, though. I think BBC have got the Spain game as well. Oh, there should have been a third goal. That was really poor.
Hmm.
About
So I guess,
2 seconds ahead of me. Nice one, Has.
Wow.
Hmm.
Go,
Yeah.
go, go.
So I guess, how would you say,
Nice
that's
try.
the end of Canada's hope, right? But at least they get to score a goal, right? Consolation.
No, but listen, don't write them off. I mean, I think if I were the manager, I'd probably want to take Hutchinson off and maybe bring on the midfielder. Definitely,
lost the ball.
Larea might need to come off, and Adekube should come on, among a few other changes. And then maybe later on bring on Larin and possibly Hoylett and a few others. It looks as though their midfield seems to be a little bit weak with Hutchinson in the middle right now. I mean, he started well, but I think he's faded away, and I'm seeing Scott's point right now.
What number is he?
13.
Oh,
And
okay,
clearly,
yeah.
13 has not brought him much luck tonight.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact that he's wearing all black, for crying out loud. I know it's ridiculous for people, it's facetious for people to expect people to be superstitious, but you know.
Yeah. But I guess since Croatia is 2-1 up, Croatia most probably will just sit back now and maybe give more chances to Canada to go at them, and they will go at counter-attack. That's how I see it in the second half.
Yeah, but the referee needs to
play
stop play
him
because
in.
Jonathan
Nice to
David
know.
is down.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
No foul.
Somehow they're just going back and forth.
Apparently the ball speed was 66 kilometers per hour.
No foul, yeah. And that's a counter, and that's a good ball.
But let me tell you something right now. In 4 years, this Canadian team on their home turf will be a very feared team.
Yeah, that's
Mark my
true.
words. And
That's very
here we go.
obviously, by that time, Hutchinson will have retired along with the 1 or 2
Should
others,
have
though.
retired.
But
Will be retired.
Borjan should still be involved as the number 1 keeper.
Mm-hmm. No, but are there any more new up and coming talents for Canada, right? To bolster? It's 4 years from now.
I think Scott will answer that question better than any one of us can.
Yeah, I don't know
care
any.
about Canada, to tell the truth.
Yeah.
It was England.
I don't know who's the next big thing there. Alfonso Davies. By the time he'll be 26.
And they just
Are
losing
you
the
saying
ball.
Canada in the same group for qualifiers, I assume, right? Or not?
Yeah, they normally qualify through the like I think there are some preliminary groups where Canada and the US are apart, but then eventually they're all grouped together
I
in
think
this
this
hexagonal final group.
Yeah, I think that's why they're expanding it to 48 teams for the World Cup, or 40 teams. If they expand it to 48 teams, right? What they're gonna do is that they're gonna have a lot more countries, right? Grouping, getting together. Maybe that's what I'm saying. We might see maybe in 2030 or 2034, 2036, 2030, 2034, Malaysia might end up in the World Cup. You know why? Representing Southeast Asia. Right or not?
Yeah.
Maybe part of Southeast Asia.
Malaysia can only qualify for World Cup if they're hosts. That's it.
Yeah, that's how it is. That's
Like
how
Qatar.
Qatar qualified for the World Cup.
Listen. Let me tell you something. I mean, look, nobody would ever predict that certain other countries would qualify, and every 4 years or so there will be one miracle team who will make it. Nobody predicted that New Zealand would get there in 2010, but they did, and when they were there in 2010, they didn't disgrace themselves. In fact, if they had some luck, they probably would have even made it to the second round. But don't discount Malaysia or Singapore or those other nations.
We know our country. I don't think.
So we have Alex Scott on the panel.
Yeah.
Micah Richards.
Oh,
Yeah, I would like to see that. Last time, what Trinidad and Tobago got qualified also, right?
Gabby Logan.
Yeah, 2006. And of course, that match against Sweden, which ended 0-0, that will be one of my top 5 World Cup matches for sure. Because everyone was predicting that Sweden would blow them away. And of course, Trinidad lost their first choice goalkeeper to a calf injury. So
Shaka Hislop.
Yeah, but Shaka Hislop came in. Ex-Newcastle, ex-Portsmouth, ex-West Ham. And boy, did he have a fine game.
Yeah.
He was a good goalkeeper, wasn't he, back in the day?
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, when he came to the World Cup, he was probably coming near the end. But when he was much younger, he was really good. For Newcastle, West Ham, definitely. Certainly did well at Portsmouth and then came back to West Ham and very nearly won an FA Cup. It just had to be Stevie G.
No, but what I'm saying is that, right, if you expand the teams playing in the World Cup to 48 teams, right? That means you bring in 12 more countries into what you have now. That means that you can have more countries instead of just hosting it as one single country. You have, a group of countries trying to host it. Like that's why the first example now is the Mexico, the World Cup in Mexico, Canada, and the States. You see. Then the next step that, maybe somewhere in Asia, you get, South Korea. We really did it once. South Korea and Japan co-hosted, right? Yeah. So the other next one I see will be Southeast Asia, right? Most probably there'll be like 5 or 6 countries from Southeast Asia that they will pick up, right? And then maybe they'll say, okay, we give you 3 spots from there, right? You guys fight it out. Out of the top 3, you guys fight out. You guys get to go to the World Cup.
Yeah, you know who I want to see host the World Cup? Australia and New Zealand. I know they're going to co-host the Women's World Cup, but those are 2 countries together which could have submitted a bid to try and host the Men's World Cup, and they would have won it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
More than Qatar, of course. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. But the thing is that everything's so money talks nowadays. So who puts up the most money?
Unless you're a Spurs fan, because we don't spend any money.
Yeah.
That's true.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. If you've heard that Pink Floyd song, that was the riff from that song.
Yeah, but like now, this game we're going to now, right? Canada comes out, scores the very, very early goal, right? And then slowly, Croatia is just getting back in control, and they're up 2-1. So that shows the experience of Canada, right? Or maybe the quality that they don't actually have. That's why, like what Scott says, right? They still, no matter what happens, if you don't have a quality squad in the World Cup, you won't actually have the longevity to be able to gain. Yeah.
What do you think of Brazil? I don't think I watched Brazil any of you.
You still need a good coach, right? So right, like what Scott says here, right? We have no good young players and not really good infrastructure to grow the game in Canada. Either so or not likely much coming through. So that's true, right? It's not like America where they've got very good infrastructure now, right? But like you were saying, Harry, Brazil, I know.
Yeah, what did you think of them? I think the midfield is a big issue in midfield. It wasn't balanced at all. I know they want to fit all these players in there, but for me, you can't play all of them. You can't play Paqueta and Neymar and where they played them, and then have Rafinha and Vinicius Junior, who was class. Obviously, Richarlison scored the goal. I mean, he was brilliant. But like, because Neymar's out now, I think he's better off playing someone like Bruno.
Is he out for good?
2 games.
So the nuts 2 games, yeah.
2 games according to the.
Oh no!
I'd play Bruno with Casemiro as a 2 and a 4-2-3-1, and then play someone else as a number 10.
What about Fred? Aren't you impressed with Fred?
Not really.
I know. But for Brazil, is that they're always the favorite, like Argentina, always one of the favorites.
They just seem really unbalanced playing that way, just having Casemiro sitting, and then they had Paqueta and Neymar playing as like I don't know what they were, central midfielders or number 10s. I have no
tell
idea.
To tell you the truth,
And
right? At the moment, out of all the players in the World Cup, Mbappe actually.
Oh, he's been amazing.
Yeah, Mbappe is one of the players, right? He reminds me of Haalandish kind of thing when he gets the ball or when he powers through, right? It's like nobody's gonna stop him unless you foul him. That's all, right? So, but yeah, let's see.
He's been my player of the tournament as well, Eugene, so far.
Yeah,
Mbappe,
is the
he's
one
been
that
class.
yeah, he's been good, right? Yeah. But let's see, France, right? We got Lloris there, so that's one thing.
Whether that might mess them up, that's what I think. Lloris will do something really stupid.
No, whenever they play out from the back, right? I'll be saying, don't do that, right? Kick it further up. Don't kick it to the side.
the irony is that if Lloris hadn't have made that stupid error which let Mario Mandzukic in to score Croatia's second goal, I think it was, he probably would have ended up becoming goalkeeper of the tournament.
That's true.
But I think we're talking a few years later now. Lloris is not the same goalkeeper anyway.
Yeah. He's not. He's still a fine shot stopper, but I think we can agree, Harry, that when it comes to his decision-making, his best days are behind him. And he's lucky, actually, because there were, of course, calls for the AC Milan goalkeeper, Mike Maignan, to be picked in the squad and picked maybe ahead of him. But sadly, injury has robbed him of that chance. And
who's the backup for him in the tournament now?
I believe there are two backups, Alphonse Areola and Steve Mandanda.
Areola, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, so it's the same backups from 4 years ago.
And Mandanda, it's weird because we've been linked with all these French keepers in the past. Mike Maignan before he went to
Areola plays for... Who does he play for, Areola? In the Premier League, right? No.
Yeah,
he's left
in the Premier League.
He used to play in the Premier League.
Who is it for again? Oh, I've lost the name now.
Yeah, I think it's... Yeah.
It's not.
Mandanda, we've been linked with him so many times, but
Mandanda, every year we got linked with him. I remember.
We're Spurs, right? We are linked to like 2,000 players now.
But some of the goals we were linked with, like Meslier at Leeds, I really do not want him, or Sanchez at Brighton. He's not bad, but we need someone.
I don't know, but the things that you're looking like Jose Sa and all that, but Sa is like right at the bottom with Wolves at the moment, right? But Oblak will be a good one.
Yeah. I don't have any issues with Oblak. It's just he's near the end of his career, so you're not exactly getting a peak Oblak for me, at least.
But what young and consistent goalkeeper we can get at the moment?
We missed out on the one that I would have signed, Nick Pope, because we let him.
I wouldn't. But there's one more. We either can go for Dean Henderson.
I like Nick Pope too.
Dean Henderson, right? Dean Henderson.
He's good, but I just prefer Pope. That's why.
No. Avoid Henderson like the plague. Avoid him like the plague. Avoid him.
Nick Pope is the one we should have gone for.
But Nick Pope's gone to where, right? Julian.
Yeah.
Julian's gone for lunch. Gone somewhere, right?
Yeah. And this is not just taking a look at the stats right now. A 90% pass accuracy, 55% possession. I mean, Croatia have certainly been focused this game, and I think it had to take that opener to sort of jolt them into action.
Yeah. Oh, but Snake says, what about Costa from Porto?
I don't know enough about him to say.
Really. Costa plays for Costa is the Portuguese first choice now.
Maybe I'll get to see him tomorrow evening. Then I'll do my scouting that game.
I mean, I was actually shocked that Rui Patricio was dropped. I mean, how do you drop a guy like him? But maybe Costa just has his eye in. I'm not too sure.
But he's still considered 2 goals, so I don't know whether that's his fault or it's just.
Is Patricio still at Wolves, or did he go?
No, he moved to Roma a long time ago.
Roma? Oh yeah. Was it for big money as well?
Yeah, I don't know how much he was offered, but
but he's gone on to join Jose Mourinho.
Jose Mourinho.
Yeah. I don't know. Would you take Jose as an England manager?
You know where I want him to go. This is very biased, but I'd love him to be the Greece manager or something like that.
Jose,
because he loves the defensive football, so it will suit him to a T. He'll literally get them so organized.
But somehow another Greece has faded out in recent years after their victory in the Euros.
The last time we were ever very good was in 2014. We were in the World Cup and we had a decent team then, but unfortunately, you know what it is. The 2014 had a very good spine, and they had hard workers mixed with some players with a bit of flair. And obviously, Harry Styles had an incredible tournament. the strike we had at the time had an incredible tournament. But you had Garagounis, Delas, Zagorakis, and obviously Harry Styles as like the spine of the team. Those sorts of workhorses we don't have anymore. It's all these very like flair players, which is good, but they just don't have the same sort of desire to work as hard, I guess.
True. Yeah. Just let's hope that I know that what I say in the coming years that comes. I mean, along the way, we'll find out what's going to happen to most of the other countries, right? Because you're talking the World Cup happens every 4 years, but of course after this is going to the Euros, right? And I'm not sure when the Asian Championships are going on, right? So whether the timings and all that, because they say even like say for Sonny and Kane, I think in another 2 years' time they will be at their twilight of their career.
Yeah. What do you think of Romero? How he's been playing?
Who?
I think Romero is on an injury.
Romero.
Yes.
He only came on for a few minutes yesterday.
Yeah. I think Romero is still nursing an injury. That's the problem, right? So
I think he rushed himself back, and then it hurt him more, and then that's why he didn't play for like a few games, and then picked it up again. It was really strange.
Yeah, I think Romero should be just sent back to Spurs for rehab.
Yeah, just let him have a few weeks off.
Yeah.
Right. But you never know, right? So
that was a Costa Rica goal. Oh.
Yeah.
I think the keeper should have saved that.
The thing about Gonda when he attempted that, obviously, for some reason he was made first choice, but a taller goalkeeper like Eiji Kawashima would definitely have dealt with that much better.
Yeah.
I think Fuller was smart enough to try to, sort of get it as high over him as much as possible, and Gonda could only get his fingertips to that and ended up pushing it into his goal. So,
oh, what a chance! But a lot of the groups are very open.
Yeah, most of the groups are very open at the moment.
You can't tell what's going to happen.
France has already sealed one spot, right? 2 wins.
But Mbappe,
that's Mbappe. And I think France is actually being carried by Mbappe at the moment.
Well, look at this group: Spain, Japan, Germany. Spain, Japan, Costa Rica, all on 3 points. Germany on 0. Or Spain are playing Germany tonight. If Germany beat Spain, they will be on 3 points.
Yep.
Hi, Alex. Stay.
That would be so interesting. That would be for the last game.
Yeah. Alex,
I think Spain could beat.
I'm sure you beat Spain. And then Julian is, I think, going to have a snack. That's a smart thing to do, right? Yeah. But at the moment now, whatever is going to happen is going to happen, right? Because the games are going to fade out. So I think by today we'll know about four of the group, right? By tonight, right? So of course the big game will be the Spain and Germany one, right? So let's see who else is hopping on. Scott is on.
Hey.
How's it going? Canada's going to lose 4-1 now.
Again, they can lose 100 to 1. It doesn't make much of a difference in this tournament. It's kind of shown itself that it doesn't matter what you do, how well you play or not. It's not based on skill or quality. It's all based on luck. So I'm kind of out.
No, it's based on controlled betting.
It's based on the amount of steak you eat.
I always know Eugene's going to come back with the betting angle.
So Alex,
I've been telling you, right?
Eat the most steak?
You look at all the results. The games you expect to win, right? You don't, right? And the games that you expect not to win, they win. So guess what's happening?
I'd like Germany to win tonight, just so that every team has 3 points in that group. It'll be so interesting.
Oh yeah, that would make the next round of matches a virtual winner-take-all round.
That'll be so good to watch. I'll just take
if Germany go out, it'll be the second year in a row they go out.
Yeah,
the second time in a row.
Right? They'll all draw and all have 4 points.
Oh,
yeah. And let's see what happens.
Let's get to that stage first. Germany beat Spain tonight,
and it's down to yellow cards.
Yeah.
Right. So they're taking off Estupinian and Larin. Estupinian was outstanding when they played last time. I'm sure they would have needed him. I would have thought Hutchinson would have been brought off. Seriously.
He's the only quality midfielder we have.
Who?
The only midfielder we have, and of course we're taking him off. Probably to bring on Jonathan Osorio. Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, Osorio.
Yeah, they brought on Osorio and Ismail Kona.
Good news. We don't
And,
need to score, so let's bring on Osorio, who couldn't make a pass to save his life, and all he does is run around and put an effort.
Sounds like Lucas.
So now we're turning into Vibes FC. But might as well bring on Richarlison at this point.
Oh, he scored 2 goals the other day, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He
would
win it.
Bad, so would it?
No, I would not take Richarlison on Canada at all.
Are you mad?
You're bruv. You're mad.
Richarlison is garbage.
Yeah, but international as well.
How many goals has Son scored this tournament, Scott?
Exactly, yeah.
I don't know.
You can't talk trash about
I didn't watch
Richarlison.
the Korean game. I don't know what the
He didn't
result
do
was.
anything, mate. That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. If you ask me to choose between Gabriel Jesus and Richarlison on current form, I take Richarlison, and I'm an Arsenal fan talking.
Yeah,
not
this is a lot.
You don't watch Spurs, Manny?
Jesus hasn't scored in like 9 games.
I've watched a little bit, but, yeah.
World Cup form he's talking about.
I don't think it's Richarlison's fault.
No,
He
whether
gets
it's World
chucked
Cup
on
form
the
or
right
Premiership,
and is
yeah.
expected to do like the same thing as he does in the middle. It don't make sense. It's Tottenham.
If you asked me to take Eugene or Richarlison, I'd take Eugene to start for us. But Richarlison played his whole career in Everton in the middle and sucked. I don't understand why we.
What do you mean he
now
did
think
suck? He like
Yes, he
carried that
He
team.
carried them.
When did he carry them to their 17th position last year?
If it wasn't for them, it
Yeah,
would have relegated.
exactly.
No, that's the biggest myth. Now tell me that he scored 6 goals in the last 10 games. 3 of those goals in games they lost. That's how he carried.
Did you realise he's got like 7 goals in 6 games
goals
for
in games they
Brazil?
lost.
He's got 7 goals in 6 games for Brazil.
Great. Then Brazil can have him. They can pay his wages. They can have him. How many goals has he scored in the Premier League for us? None.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
none.
I'm more than Son.
It isn't more than
Two more than Son
Then
this
he's gonna
tournament.
score when he comes back. Don't worry.
Hey guys,
To be
what time?
To be fair, Richarlison's world class. I watched him live in the stadium.
Those double headers, isn't it?
Yeah, against Marseille.
Yeah, on the night.
Okay, let's see who's on what time now. I'm at 46:30.
45, 26, 27.
I'm saying 47, 16.
Okay.
47-17
How
for
come he's
me
so
now.
far behind, Steve?
I'm about a second behind Harry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nothing really. I mean,
Yeah, but that was why you and I could do the watch along and do it well. I'm really glad. I
yeah,
had
yeah,
you
because
come.
we're both on the same. Yeah,
Yeah, same time,
Exactly.
more or less. Yeah. But my watch-alongs, we don't care, right?
we don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah, exactly. We're not even here to commentate or talk tactics. It's Eugene watch along party.
Yeah, we just
talk-
talk
and
what we
talk
want to talk
rubbish.
about. Hey, Jacob. Big
Big
up, Jacob. Hey, big up. If you're free, hop on.
Okay, so
Hey,
You
Jake,
enjoy
you
it?
alright?
so Alex, my first question to you: medium rare or medium?
Medium rare.
You prefer medium rare? I
Come
prefer
on,
medium.
Canada.
Yeah. I prefer medium well. I
Really?
don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I tend to have 1.5 steak. 1 steak's not enough for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Typical Greek. You
when
do
say one
enjoy your
steak,
meals.
I need about 50 plates of steak, just like have that one for later.
Are you saying about 250
Oh,
gram
what a
steak?
chance! He should have hit the target
Is
there.
it
He should have hit
250
the
gram
target.
steak or a 300 gram steak?
What?
I get the big one. I don't get the small one.
You know,
Yeah, big
that
one.
21 would have been a winning number there. Blackjack.
Yeah.
Blackjack.
Nice try.
Of course, in this case, it would have been Black Jonathan, but you get the drift. And this is
Okay.
one of the reasons why I always fancy myself as
Oh.
a commentator, because when you have those puns, you keep people entertained, unless, of course, they have more sense of humor.
You're more entertaining, Manny, honestly, than most of the people that commentate on Talk Sport and BBC and like 5 Live and stuff like
No,
that.
but
Oh,
listen, you can't
that's
compare. I mean,
yeah.
most of those people are a bunch of,
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
I mean, for want of a better word, they're a bunch of old,
yeah.
farts, really.
But what
So,
I'm saying
Julian,
is, at least
what-
it's fun.
what
Like,
did
at
Ghana
least
finish
make
in
it
here?
fun. The
Huh?
whole point is.
I went for
Okay,
Roti
when-
Canai.
I went to look for food. Yeah.
Oh,
Find any food?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I thought I'd go get some cake, but then nah. I'll have
Cake.
my cake. Later.
chocolate cake or not?
I'm having. I have one in the fridge, which is chocolate caramel.
Oh, nice.
You should go and get it.
I like chocolate fudge cake myself. That's my favorite.
Wow. With ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now you're
vanilla
making
ice
me
cream.
hungry.
I was always more of a fan of the Christmas cake style fruit cake. To be honest,
Oh, you like the fruit
Never-
cakes?
Oh, you like the
Yeah.
fruit cake? Yeah, too sweet
I
for
like
me.
The one Christmas cake I love is the Yule log. You know the long thing with like the
Oh, the
chocolate
Yule log,
and the other-
yeah.
Oh, I love them
Oh,
so
Yule log.
much. They're so good. It's not actually
But
like
at least
British. I think
Canada
it's
is
like French or
putting
something.
up
I don't know.
more of a show
Norwegian.
now, right, Scott?
What's that?
I said Canada is putting up more of a show. They're being more what call intense at the moment, right?
They got nothing to lose
Yeah,
now,
so
so they might as well
I
go
think
for it.
Croatia's gonna
So
score.
I'll trust your
Yeah.
assessment, Eugene. I'm just here to stir things
Oh,
up.
Alfonso Davies.
Oh, what was that? Oh.
What time are you at,
Ayo.
Scott?
I'm not watching.
Oh, you're not watching. All
The
right.
TV. See, Manny, close your eyes. But you can see like how I have my big tree, Christmas tree, one of 5 Christmas trees we have in our house.
Five.
That's lucky.
Five?
It's really
I
pretty.
want the
One for
Lampoon's
each
Christmas
family
or
member,
something.
sir. I salute you.
Oh no, we don't. We have more than that, but close. We have a kids tree. We have that one I showed is our main tree. My wife does a Seuss tree. She wanted one up
tree.
in our room, like
What's
a Dr.
that?
Seuss tree.
What's the
So
Seuss
nice.
tree?
I think you have an adult tree.
Do you have a steak tree?
You have a real one and a fake one, and then
My wife
Do you have a
has a
steak
tree that
one?
she has all year round that she decorates for different like summer,
Wow. Oh, right.
Thanksgiving,
Ah, nice.
all that kind of stuff. So
No, this is going to be it's going to be
I guess,
interesting game,
yeah,
right?
Scott. When I was talking about the protocol, I was talking about more of a religious,
no,
traditions or
I'm just
protocol.
kidding. I know it's a big thing. We don't have, because our Thanksgiving in Canada is in October, so like we don't have like for the Americans where a lot of them will wait. They have
I
the
didn't catch
actual
that ball.
Thanksgiving break where you have Thanksgiving at the end of November, then you put your Christmas tree up. The big thing here for us is Remembrance Day. That's November 11th. I don't know what you guys call it there.
Armistice Day is what we call it in the UK, I believe.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Manny. It's
Before
called
then,
that,
then
yeah.
it's supposed somehow it's supposedly.
Why do you do that for?
And that's another
Because he
reason Scott,
can.
why. That's another reason why
can.
we English love you Canadians, because you're so in tune with our values. I think it's the Commonwealth bond.
Alex,
and,
I had an argument with someone.
you got the same postal
yesterday.
system. We still have the
The
Queen,
Commonwealth Bond, yeah.
and
Yep.
I just
You
don't.
still
I just
have
don't.
the same legal system, the same governmental system, parliamentary
Westminster.
system. Yeah. We're supposed to follow the Westminster rule, blah, blah, blah.
It is the Westminster rule. The only difference is instead of the House of Lords, they have a Senate.
We have the Senate too. Yeah.
Which is just useless.
Emperor steak and teen.
Yeah.
With Charles and the steak up front.
I don't know. It's like Canada shows a bit of energy
Lips.
and style for the
Lips,
first
yeah.
10 minutes or so, and then they just fade out.
No, in the
after
final third, since their goal, they haven't done anything.
that. Yeah.
The delivery's been really poor.
Yeah, but I think if they can bring on some, I would love to see them bring on Adekube, who I thought looked really impressive against Belgium. He replaced Richard Larrea and then obviously was able to add some bites to the attack when he was overlapping as well.
He should have started. It's funny because I know I have and Brian have been talking up the coach so much because all through qualifying he got everything right, and then now he came here and his lineups have been terrible. He's got
something
everything
different.
wrong.
Yeah.
He's got like Hutchinson. He's great, man.
It's
And
gonna
I
be 3-1.
understand what you're saying,
It's gonna
but
be 3-1.
he's just too old.
Oh, almost. Should have scored that.
Too old.
Great save from Borjan. Great save that.
I don't know. I
And,
feel like Canada's gonna make a goal.
Modric, brilliant cross there, mate.
Modric
Yeah,
again.
beautifully done. And
I love
you can
Modric.
see- yeah.
Sorry.
And
How
of
would you
course,
say, right? I think Croatia has got it tactically correct for the moment. That's how I see it.
they do.
Yeah.
So I do have one question for you, Scott. I mean, obviously you must have watched Canadian football for some time. How would you compare Milan Borjan with Craig Forrest?
The only tough part I'll start right off is that because Borjan plays for such a better team, right? Craig Forrest played behind some really terrible teams. So I would like to have seen him play for this team, right? I think I'll give it to Forrest as the better player just because he came and played for Premier League, right? That's a quality. And as Borjan, I know he has reasons why he's probably playing in Serbia. and he's playing for the biggest club there, I think, right? Red Star is the biggest.
Red
club.
Star Belgrade, yes.
So it's not necessarily as bad, but I think that Forrest, if they probably played behind the same team, he would be slightly better. Plus, as a bugaboo that Eugene might have seen talking to him in the WhatsApp group, is he doesn't wear sweatpants like Borjan does, which drives me absolutely nuts. I'm glad that in Qatar it's too hot, because I don't know if you watch Canada normally, he wears some terrible sweatpants all the time, and it's like,
oh yeah, it reminds me of the former Hungarian goalkeeper Gabor Kirai.
Oh, Gabor Kirai.
What a chance that was.
Oh dear.
But Forrest, I have a soft spot for Craig Forrest. He's done a lot of the commentating, like in the channel work for us for Canada soccer. So I've watched him a lot there, and he's pretty good at that, actually.
Yeah, that should be a corner, actually, because it was just over.
It's a corner, right?
Kovac did get a finger to that. That should be a corner.
It's a corner, right? Yeah.
Canada's
didn't get it.
something.
And obviously the subs coming on have lent some bite to the attack. So, yeah, just bring on a few more subs, take off Hutchinson, get a second goal, and Bob's your uncle.
Hutchinson.
Bob's your uncle.
Who's getting a yellow card there?
Why did he stop? Oh, he's got the ball back now.
No, he just had a notification that his steak delivery is in his house now. So had to
Who
stop.
gets their steak delivered, for crying out loud?
I do.
No.
I've ordered steak before.
No, it's when you get back home and then there's already a steak there, so you don't need to do anything.
I can tell you that cooking a steak is an art form in itself, and one important thing one important thing to remember is always, no matter what.
And does that guy have a tampon on his nose?
Yes.
Hutchinson, I think he's got a nosebleed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. A good way of stopping it bleeding. Yes, he does. And the string is like, come on, cut the string, lah.
That's the first time I've heard you say "la." I know Malaysians and Singaporeans use that word a lot, but I've never heard you use that before until now.
I use it a lot when I'm doing a lot of streams with Malaysians. That's how
I think I'm like a minute and a half behind everyone.
Yeah. You haven't seen the string yet, steak.
Okay.
Okay, lah.
Okay, lah.
What was that? That was awful.
Oh, mistake.
Go.
Steak.
Quick recovery.
Steak.
Do you think Perisic should be able to play full 90 minutes?
He does that for Croatia.
No.
He shouldn't, though.
No, but here's the thing. I mean, obviously, it's like as Piliqueta with Spain.
Oh,
you know, a lot of Chelsea fans are saying that as Piliqueta doesn't have the legs to play in the Premiership anymore, but I think he played the full 90 for Spain. Just goes to show that when it comes to international football, there's just that little bit of difference in speed. It might be slightly slower, a lot more strategic, whereas at club level, it's a lot more, up and at them, rough and tumble. Yeah. And so I think to answer your question, it could be that Perisic plays the whole 90 minutes, or if not,
but he didn't play the last game. He didn't play the full 90, right? Because I think he was stopped in the 74th minute or something.
Kovacic has had a brilliant game.
Yeah,
I think he's been Croatia's best player. I know I said that you just get the ball away.
As Piliqueta's Chelsea teammate at that, you're right.
I think he's a bit underrated personally. But...
And I just hope that. If Fonzie was able to score again, it will certainly be happy days. Unintended.
Yeah. Don't let Scott hear that. Yeah.
Somebody stop me.
Richarlison. I'm just one him.
Scotty's I think he's gone to do more decorations.
All right. Yeah. But it sounds like in his house. Have you seen National Lampoon's Christmas? Or what was the other movie when they fight to have the most lights in the street or something to win this competition? What's that film called?
Best house decoration for Christmas. What's the brightest?
In America, they do that a lot. It's not actually like I know it's a movie. They did a movie on it, but it's actually done in America a lot. There's also someone who lives near me in my area in London, in Oakwood. and he literally puts the most lights I've ever seen on his house. It's
We
crazy.
got a prize last year for our house decorations. We got
Yeah,
like
I'm saying in
$50
America
gift
it's
card
like a thing, isn't
to
it?
the movie
In
theater
the
in
US and Canada, it's a thing. Isn't
Oh,
it? Yeah.
nice.
Is there a contest for it or something like that?
Yeah, I'm
In
saying
our
there's-
neighborhood, we did it. Our neighborhood like association did it. They gave a prize out. So we got.
they do that a lot. Yeah, Petkovic.
Yeah, Petkovic.
Stakovic.
Okay.
So it's a new one.
Stakovic.
Yeah.
Or just Stakic.
And there is Hoylett, Junior.
Junior Hoylett.
Yeah,
He's
but now we need Adekube to come on. I mean, there needs to be an injection of pace, and maybe Larin as well. No, wait, was Larin starting? I don't know.
Yeah, he's already he was starting. He replaced.
Yeah. He was replaced. But at least bring on Adekube or someone else and just provide that impetus that Canada needs now. I mean, enough's enough.
It was Hutchinson. Yeah, it's like watching Sissoko.
Okay. How old is Junior Hoylett now?
Must be like 33.
32 or 33, yeah.
33.
He's been around for ages.
Yep, correct.
But what kind of what kind of pace are you gonna have for him? A 30 old year?
Let me check. Junior Hoylett.
The problem
And it is Larea who comes
out
off.
of our best 11. There's not much. There's nobody on the bench who can come and change.
Oh, he's 32. Yeah, he's 32.
Very true.
He's born 2 years before me.
God, you're talking about Spurs, right?
That's a foul, isn't it? Oh, Canada have a good chance
Canada
there.
at least has a solid starting 11. It's not like
What
Spurs
compared to
only has
Scotland?
6 good players.
And now that reminds me of Arsenal. Our first 11 is good, but our bench strength is absolutely awful.
No, it's not bad. You've got cover in some positions.
We don't have central defensive midfield cover. And please do not mention Mohamed El Neni. He'll be gone at the end of the season.
How about Nketiah? I'm not joking.
Now you're taking the
Not
mickey.
penalty.
Cut it out.
Now you got Pepe, right?
No,
Is he
he's
still
on
there?
He's on loan, isn't it?
He's playing with Aaron Ramsey
Nice.
and Ross Barkley at Nice right now.
Oh, Canada's got a
Oh,
free
Aaron
kick.
Rams went to Nice.
Yep.
I thought he was
Yep.
at Rangers.
Go.
He
Come
was.
on. Let's go.
He was at Rangers.
He was at
Aaron
Juventus,
Ramsey.
he was at Rangers, and now he's at Nice. And I
Yeah.
Oh,
hope
that
he'll
was
be at
rubbish.
peace.
What was that?
Score.
Come on,
Wow.
Fonzie, you can do better than that.
If there's a score, Mani would have shouted goal.
Yeah.
I'm sure would have
Oh.
passed.
Scott would have come back.
Yeah.
He could have done better with a free kick, Davis.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yes.
Yeah, he had to sort of try and curl it over the wall. The
Yep.
opportunity was there.
Harry Kane reminds me of.
You say that. Son's free kicks with Tottenham aren't that good either. I don't think we should take our free kicks anymore.
No, we should just not try to take it at the wall. We should just try to pass it around the wall.
Yeah, whenever I enter the Tottenham Stadium, I think I'm probably the best free kick taker in the whole stadium.
Did you say
Sometimes.
dictator for a second or something?
No.
When you said that, I was like, the best.
Set piece taker.
Set piece.
I mean,
we
Daniel
really
Levy's the
need-
best.
I don't know
dictator.
if we will get what's his name. Milinkovic. If we do get Milinkovic, maybe he should get a chance to take the free kicks, right?
If are we what university?
Spurs
talking?
is always if, right? Yeah. Right, that
What
is the
university
Daniel-
talking about getting rid of
Daniel Levy's slogan is 3 million plus Josh Onoma.
it? yeah.
it.
I never forget that ever.
Oh, Canada! Look at that! Yeah,
Have you ever seen South
and
Park?
none of them look Canadian.
Oh, this is gonna sound so
Yep,
racist.
I
Have you
watched
seen
South Park, yeah.
When they say about Canada, have you seen the episode when they look different to the Americans? In South Park, they look different to the Americans. It's really
It's all square, squarish.
South Park.
yeah.
All
There's an
squarish.
episode there where they say
What's
Canadian.
South Park in so long?
Yeah, my favorite Canada episode
The
was
series
an
is
episode
still
of that-
running. South Park.
Huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's still running.
Yeah,
God.
I'm never a big fan of South Park. I mean, that's a little bit too bawdy, but I remember an episode of that 70s show where the boys drive to Canada to try and buy beer, and they end up being caught by the mounted police. And how they're able to, escape is eventually by singing the national anthem.
Of Canada.
Yep. And believe it or not, when Moss and I were doing the watch along for Canada versus Belgium, we were hoping. I sort of started the rendition of "O Canada," and Moss joined in, and the hope that maybe it would, raise their spirits. Obviously, they couldn't hear us, given that we're online and they're on the field. But it is what it is.
It's like this Canada.
No. Very different. Very different.
That's the
I
South
think
Park
Scott-
one I'm thinking of.
That just sounds like Steakaloo.
Yeah, listen. Yeah, I mean, South Park takes the Mickey a great deal.
Honestly, but
one of
South Park, you have to admit that is really funny because they always get it.
Guys, I've not
Currently,
watched
what's
South
going
Park
on?
in like 15 years, and it's still
What,
on.
have you seen the Kanye West episode with the fish sticks?
Oh
No.
dear. Is that a Kanye West episode?
I
Yeah.
hate fish sticks. He's like, I don't like fish sticks. It's such a good episode. It's so good. But
I
Kanye
hate
will cancel
fish
us, I tell you
sticks,
the
and I
joke.
cannot lie.
Yeah, it's not like that. No, it's not that. They call him a gay fish, and he's like, because he likes fish. It's a joke, and he takes it so personally in the episode. He kills people. It's like, I'm not a gay fish. In the end of the episode, he admits he's like, I'm a gay fish man. He jumps into the ocean. It's like,
Right.
See, this
honestly,
is one of the
South
reasons
Park
why.
don't care. They take the
This
piss
is
out
one
of
of the
everything.
reasons why I could never really get behind these animated satirical comedy programs, because most of the times they taking the Mickey to a whole new level, and sometimes it can be just downright disturbing. I mean,
But that's South
there
Park.
are-
South Park is really disturbing. I mean, downright, it's really disturbing.
I like the hero episodes as well. When like
Yeah.
Hartman becomes a hero and Butters becomes a hero, and it's like meant to be like a parody of like Batman and stuff.
Everybody
Those are good
becomes a hero.
episodes.
No, not really. I haven't watched South Park in such a long time.
It used to be when I was at university. My late night watch, I'd put on some South Park
Yeah.
on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my go-to thing.
Now that
I
I'm
watch
in
it.
the meeting, I can say that was not anything close to what the Canadian national anthem sounds like.
I know. I just
Yeah, and that's something I don't like, because I was telling you, everyone, Scott, that episode of that 70s show was more than accurate. And of course, I think they made some changes. Obviously, the middle two lines are now sung in French, and instead of "In all thy sons," it's now "In all of us" command, I believe.
Yeah, they changed that one, which is obviously controversial because people like to complain, but
Yeah. And of course, the middle lines being sung in French might not sit well with some people, because I believe if you're based in Alberta, I'm not sure French is widely spoken there.
no, we don't sing it in French out here. Although my kids go to French immersion school, so they can.
Really?
But
Okay.
we do not sing it in French. Like when I go to the hockey games,
I killed him.
they don't sing it in French. You're right. No, it's not looked at as very positive. Where
Right. So you say hockey. Which is the hockey team in your neck of the woods?
the closest NHL team is Calgary Flames. That's who I. That's where I-
Calgary Flames. Yes. Alberta.
I grew up
How could
there.
I
I
forget?
I went to their games when I was like 3-4 years old.
Do you
But,
not watch any hockey anymore then, or
me?
Scott,
I
or-
do,
Yeah, you do.
but I don't.
yeah.
I don't live in Calgary anymore, so we don't have an NHL team where I live.
I've never been to a hockey match in my life. I really want to go one day.
You're
yeah.
missing out. You're missing out. I remember living in Tampa for 6 years. And of course, my team will always and forever be the Tampa Bay Lightning, Go Bolts. My biggest regret was that I never got to see the legend that is Martin St. Louis play, because of that, what that bugger Steve Eisenman did to him. Still has a bad taste in my mouth. I mean, we still have Steve Stamkos, for which we're grateful, I think.
Tampa stole the cup from us, so there you go.
All right.
We legitimately beat them in the league, called it a no goal, and then they handed them the cup because it's a corrupt league. But other than that, good for Tampa.
Fair enough.
No, I'm just-
On Perisic.
I mean,
it's a sore spot for Flames fans.
oh, 3-1 Croatia.
Okay.
Kramaric again.
No.
Perisic assist. Perisic
and
assist.
it's that man Kramaric again.
Perry steak. Perry steak.
Perry steak.
Very sick.
Very stick ball. Assist again.
No. Perry is for chicken and maybe lamb. Steak is.
No, I
as
agree
is.
with you with that, Manny. I agree with that.
Yeah, it's a good goal.
It's a great cross action by Perisic.
Yeah.
And of course,
Good
if you're in
takedown.
Brazil,
Good touch.
if you're in Brazil, they have their steak with cassava powder.
Oh wow.
That's all about it. That's interesting.
What is that?
It's a sort of a root vegetable, I think, and
Oh.
it's, they have it in powder. I mean, they're normally famous for their barbecue, which they call churrascaria. In addition to
sounds really
steak,
nice.
they will have a lot of other cuts of meat, and they normally enjoy their meat with that particular powder sprinkled on them. It's supposed to be really good.
Is it
I
like
remember-
peppery or what kind of?
No,
how do
not
you-
really. I suppose if you want more, if you want something like a description, it might be something a little bit. It's not very spicy, but definitely moreish. Certainly, not quite garlicky, not that strong a flavor, but it definitely adds a little bit more in terms of texture. So it's good.
Mm.
And you're making me
Well-
hungry.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's fair to say that
wonder.
It's fair to say that John Herdman's comments have come back to bite him in the rear.
Oh yeah.
I'll say that to Bob later. Oh, yeah.
Birthday party, right? You're going. What time is the supposed to be?
Well, he said 6:30, so I told him.
Yeah,
once
just
I
seeing the
finish-
goal. It's a good.
4-1.
cross.
Oh, no.
So once I finish this, I'll go. I only live 10 minutes from the location, 5 minutes from the location. So it's so near
Is
me.
it Curry House?
Yeah, it's literally like a 5-minute drive from where I live.
All right.
And no substitutions from Herdman. At least let him bring on.
Oh,
Now he brings on Hoylett for Pete's sake. And there's another substitution. The number
Kramaric is
9.
coming off, I think.
Yep. He's had a good
It's weird
night
how he's
tonight.
so good for Croatia, but at Leicester he did nothing.
Can we just like cancel Doji's loan, so just have Perisic off the right and just have
Apparently we can't
Doji
cancel
off
his
the left.
loan. We can't.
no,
cancel
just
his
give him an
loan,
extra
apparently.
10 million and tell him to shut up. Like,
yeah.
So I don't have to watch Sessignon for the rest of the season.
perfect. Who's coming off?
Kramaric has gone off. 2 goals.
2 goals and all. Well,
now
that's
we've
it.
kept him on for a hat trick. Okay.
Mm.
And it's
I don't know,
Vlasic
they
who's come on.
like
I
to
wanted
kick off
the
the
Brazil
game.
manager to do that for Richarlison. I wanted Richarlison to score.
And
another
now they
goal,
bring
but
off Hutchinson, and
They
now
should have done.
Adakubi's come on.
bit late, isn't it?
Mm.
Very late indeed. I would definitely have loved to have seen Adakubi brought on for Larea.
You still have
And,
about another 15 minutes or so to play, right? So
2 goals in 15
To be
minutes.
fair, I did say when Scott came on, Canada would lose.
Yeah, you did say
4-1.
that. Yeah, you did say that.
They were already
Yeah,
losing.
Yeah, no,
He's
but
the
even
reason.
worse.
He's the reason. Wasn't talking about Bentancur. He's the
4-1,
reason.
2-1 doesn't make a difference. 3-1 win. It's all nothing.
Nothing.
Well, it doesn't make a difference.
But Scott, do you think in 4 years' time, right, Canada will have actually a good chance?
I don't know. Are the games going to be all based on luck like they are so far this year? Maybe.
You get about
but
five
But you have
penalties.
home ground, right? So
I don't know.
When you mean based on
There
luck,
is
what are you trying to say?
Adekube.
it's code for it's,
Like
it's
in the
code by-
Morocco game, right? Belgium outplayed Morocco. Morocco wins. We
Morocco was
outplayed
better. That's why they
Belgium.
won.
Belgium wins, right? It's like we
But
outplayed
I thought
Belgium,
Morocco
but
played
we-
better than Belgium today. I'm sorry.
Oh, Belgium dominated them.
No, they did
Yeah,
nothing,
but
man.
yeah,
They
but do
did
they have
nothing.
Dietrichs though? That's the question. That's the
What's
answer
that?
is no. They don't have Dietrichs though.
They don't have Dietrich, so they
Yeah,
can't.
exactly.
But for me, Morocco were the better
Offside
team
anyway.
today.
No, I thought Belgium.
Ziyech was so
outplayed,
threatening. Ziyech was so threatening, and then they
I
had
didn't see any.
what's his name? What's the other guy who scored? I've got his
Oh, nice try. Nice try.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
Morocco
Have you
because
noticed
deserved
that
that
that.
this,
offside
this,
there.
this World Cup is like, all the teams are dominated, miss their chances, and
Oh,
then they
yeah.
lose.
Anyway, I hope Germany win tonight, so that group turns into like.
Yeah, there's another one. Like Germany outplayed Japan. Japan gets a fluke result.
Actually, I thought Japan were really good in the second
right?
half.
Germany's going to beat Spain tonight. Offside.
No, they won't. Spain's
I think
gonna-
Germany will beat Spain
Win.
just so they will have 3 points.
Spain will win.
Just to make it like a
It's
chaos.
scripted that Germany's
Look-
going to beat Spain. Watch and
Look,
see.
Spain were terrific against Costa Rica, but that's an example of the return of tiki taka. Also, it has to be said that Costa Rica simply offered nothing. In this game as well against Japan, that literally was daylight robbery. One shot on target, and that was the goal.
Sounds like
Dropping out.
Nuno's wet dream. Oh yeah.
And aren't you glad he's no longer managing Tottenham anymore?
Oh god, that was horrible. That was a horrible period.
Like it was that was like a 4-game streak where he didn't have a fucking shot on target.
Honestly, it was literally like it was the first manager I've ever seen at Tottenham where apart from Sherwood, of course, who was only a short stint, but who I never thought I had an idea what he was doing, what his plan was. At least with other managers, I had some sort of idea. With him, I was
No
like, I have no
midfield.
idea.
That's the idea.
Guys,
I was like, I have no idea what you're trying to do. Were you trying to play long balls? Were you trying to play short balls?
3-5-2 or 3-4-3 manager. When he
The
came,
You
idea-
started playing 4-3-3 at Tottenham.
yeah,
The idea was Dele Alli and Tango Ndombele in the midfield.
you have Dyer
And then
and,
it was
and,
meant to be
and
like a good
Davis in the
player in
back
midfield.
four. What do you expect?
And Davis.
To be fair, Tanganga with Nuno was class.
I actually like Tanganga. I would rather he played instead of Sanchez or Dyer. God help us with those two.
Exactly.
Come on, other than the Conte.
And they have Romero in the middle.
Yeah, he did
Oh,
have
yeah,
Romero,
that's
you're
true.
right, yeah.
Yeah, but Romero was quite good in the middle at the time, right? Quite.
Yeah, so you have Ben Davies, Romero, and Tanganga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
I
played
like
the back
Tanganga.
four.
I still think there's a player there for
Yeah.
them.
So
Yeah.
obviously, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
you can-
Romero, Dyer, Davis, and Tanganga. That's a scary
Was that a
thing.
back four?
Yeah, it was a back four. Remember?
Dyer
Yeah, it
and
was.
Romero.
It was playing right back, but the
Yeah.
problem with him at right back, he had like an allergy of crossing the ball.
Yeah.
Who Tanganga?
Right.
Yeah,
So it looks
And
as
then
He's a
though
centre
if-
half, he's not a right
Emerson
back.
Royale, right? So,
yeah, it's like
Oh,
Ben
that's-
Davies when he was left back.
yeah.
So here's the thing: if Canada lose this match, of course they'll now be out. Maybe Herdman will bring in some changes and rotate his squad. Maybe.
Give the other
Yeah.
players a chance.
Yep.
But who's Canada playing next after this?
Morocco.
Morocco.
Oh,
Morocco.
Dietrich's derby.
Morocco.
Oh, the
beat
Dietrich's derby. Yeah, I forgot about that. Right.
Which could have been an easy game for us, but now, like if Manny says, if we rotate players, Morocco might get a
It'll be
gift.
interesting, right? Let's say Croatia wins this game, right? And Croatia has to play Belgium.
Belgium are out. I think.
El Stakiko.
I think it'll be
Belgium aren't
Morocco
out.
and Croatia
They have
both
one
through.
win and one loss, so they're on 3. Morocco are on 4, I think, and
Yeah.
Croatia will be on 4 at the end of this. So Belgium have to win.
Yeah,
to
Belgium
keep their
third.
chances alive.
They won't beat Croatia.
I think it's going to be a draw.
I just don't see them
Yeah.
beating Croatia.
And I see Morocco top in the group.
Oh, Morocco will top the group if they beat.
No,
Yeah.
Croatia
Yeah,
will
they
top
will.
the group easy.
Canada.
No,
Oh,
I think
nearly.
they'll draw. So
Nearly 4-1.
Go Perisic.
Double save there from the Serbian-born Milan Bojan, and yeah, certainly. I mean,
double
Bojan,
save. Wow.
Wow.
yeah, Bojan will definitely start because I don't think either St. Clair or Pantemis have anywhere near the experience needed. Hutchinson should definitely be dropped. I'd like to see Adekube starting, definitely. Just reward the players who have done well so far and bring in some players who can, add to the team and then bring on a few more as subs. Let the outfield players have the experience of playing at a World Cup. Agree with me, Scott?
Oh,
Davis.
Sure,
Oh.
I don't really care.
my God.
Sorry,
Should you
it's a
care
bad
about?
answer, but I mean, the players we have on the bench are crap. So sure, you want to bring them on? They're fine.
There should be a third goal, right?
We could
Yeah.
have Sanchez.
Do
on
whatever
there.
we want.
Could be
It's
worse.
a waste of time for us anyway. So
You and Moss, I have to say this, you're polar opposites because whenever I speak to him,
He's so
he
positive,
talks up,
isn't he?
yeah, he talks up Canada greatly. Says CONCACAF is here to stay. They're
so
going to rule
Scott's
the
the evil
world.
brother.
And
Perisic is down.
I mean, I
It's as if-
know, like,
Okay. Oh no.
so you guys are
Perisic is
saying like,
down.
we got badly outplayed by Croatia this game, right? Like we deserved to be 3-1 down. you see, we bring players on, they don't do anything. Like,
do you think Eric Dyer would have kept a clean sheet?
I would love to be positive.
No.
But it needs to be positive.
You know what? I hate Dyer more than anyone else.
So I guess Perisic should be coming home early.
No.
No,
Is he?
if anything, it'll be Alderweireld Vertonghen who'll be going home early. Croatia look as though they're up and
If
running.
he's injured, he'll be going back early.
I think Croatia and Morocco are going to end up going through with the way this group is.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
I don't think it should be that way, but
Belgium are
No,
just
but
finished.
like Scott says, right? The narrative is there, right? It looks like Croatia and, for all you know, Canada will beat Morocco. Right?
I don't think so.
we should. But I don't think we'll.
Okay, if Canada beats Morocco, Croatia and Belgium draws, who goes through?
It depends on goals.
Wait,
then.
yeah, Belgium will
be
have a negative goal difference of -1. Even if Canada were to beat Morocco, their goal difference would be exceptionally poor at the moment, and Morocco would still have. I mean, a 1-0 win will give Morocco a difference of +1. They'll need to beat Morocco 3-0 to make it interesting. So, I mean, Morocco do look good to go through. I can't lie, and I was actually surprised because Yassine Bouno. This season with Sevilla, he was so damn inconsistent and couldn't really, do very much. But now he's kept 2 clean sheets in 2 games. Good for him.
Yeah. They got clean sheets too. Yeah.
Oh no, is he okay?
Of course, in your neck of the woods, sir, they'd call them shutouts, right, Scott?
Yeah. Shut up.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Morocco, and I think Manny's right when he says Canada will probably rotate some players now, get some guys some experience. So
Might as well.
in a side Canada will even put out. I don't think it'll be our strongest side because why are you going to play Hutchinson? He's 40 years old. He's done. Maybe you bring him on at the end so he can get like a little clap off in the last 10 minutes or something. But I think you start to play some of the young guys so they get the experience of this game. So, Morocco's probably going to have that benefit of playing a Canadian team that might be a little bit light on experience. So,
no, but listen, I take
Morocco doesn't have to win.
What's that?
Morocco doesn't have to win.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe we end up as a draw.
To just get if they get a draw, they'll go through because one of Croatia or
Belgium.
Belgium.
No, but here's the thing. I think it's fair to say that the Canada I saw against Belgium and the Canada I'm seeing now, obviously, are 2 different teams. Obviously, with Fonzie scoring, it looked like it was going to be happy days, Sunday, Monday, and all that jazz. But against Belgium, if Fonzie had scored that penalty, I mean, you can just imagine. I know we often say that if ifs and buts were sweets and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. But they looked really impressive in that game, and even the subs who came on, including Adekube and Hoylett and a few others, I thought they really added to the team. And it's just a shame that now their inexperience is sort of told. But I still think that there will be enough if you maintain the nucleus of this team. They could definitely challenge in 2026. And certainly by playing a few of the subs, giving them a chance to show what they can do, that would be the start of a blueprint for the next 4 years, maybe.
That's true. But at the moment, as I'm saying, like what we've seen in this World Cup, right? The first round of games, teams that impress. Then when it comes to the second round of games, the teams didn't impress. So it's like, polar opposites, right?
Yep.
The only other team that actually has impressed throughout the first 2 rounds is actually France. That's how I see it. But of course, they played Australia, and somehow or another, Australia beat Tunisia. Right? So, right.
To be fair, if Australia get a draw, I think they're through.
The
second.
Yes. But I've got a few Aussie mates who were telling me that they weren't very happy with Graham Arnold or his squad selection. Obviously, Arnold wanted to be, a little bit of argy-bargy there between Miller and Modric, and both of them are getting the card. I'm just glad that it's only Modric's first, because if he was suspended for Belgium, that would be a big loss. And
that's true. Oh yeah, 2 yellow cards and you get a suspension or 1 game, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, exactly. And
Is that a red
Costa
card
Rica-
or?
No. It's 2 yellow
yellow.
cards in consecutive games. So
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
mean, it might not even have to be consecutive. Like if it's in the first and third game, you miss the second red.
Yeah,
and
you,
third.
that's
correct.
bullshit.
No, but I thought
Or
once you reach the round of 16, it gets
oh
a
yeah,
piece.
you're right. It does get cancelled once you reach the round of 16. But if it's
Yeah.
Okay.
but if you get bookings in the first and second matches, you will miss the third match, and that's what's happened to Francisco Calvo of Costa Rica. He will not be playing in the center of the Costa Rican defense against Germany, so they're going to have to bring someone in.
Mm.
And yeah, I think going back to what you were saying, yeah, I was talking about the Australian team. My Aussie friends do not like Graham Arnold very much. Even when he was a Socceroo, they never liked the way he played. He wanted to make some big calls in dropping the likes of Tom Rogic and Trent Sainsbury, who happens to be his son-in-law of all things. And obviously, Garang Kuol was picked in the squad as this exciting young teenager.
Hey,
And we
Newcastle.
yeah, and Perisic doesn't complete the 90. He's brought off in the 86th minute. But
5 minutes rest.
yeah,
they got
but,
the first,
but obviously, like after starting so well against France, they completely capitulated, and neither of them have any hopes for Australia going through. And with the way the game's being run in Australia, they certainly don't see Australia becoming a force like they were
Lineups are
all
out
those years
for
ago.
lineups are out
Okay.
for Spain, Germany.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Who does Australia play next? After Tunisia.
Kovacic, Modric, and Perisic are off.
Denmark.
Maya,
Australia plays
Pasalic,
Denmark.
and Orsic.
Orsic,
Okay, play Denmark. Right.
Yeah. Because
So
and then that's
Denmark needs
even
to
that's
win
not going to be
too, but-
guaranteed. Yeah, Denmark needs to win, and Denmark actually should beat Australia, according to my Aussie friends. So
Yeah.
They
if
should
they
win,
beat,
really.
if they beat Australia, then they will end up going through.
Because I noticed after Tuesday, there's no more 1 o'clock, 10 a.m. games. It's all 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock in London time.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah,
after
they
that.
play
Yeah,
simultaneously.
That is much
Thank
better.
you,
That's
God.
much better.
I mean, so I don't have to have BBC Sport open when I'm at work, checking the scores every 5 minutes.
No, you just watch it live
Also,
secretly.
there's no like the
Hide
12
underneath
o'clock
the desk.
matches, 12 a.m. matches, so
Unless
I
I,
don't
know.
waste
So-
my data at it.
11,
Like,
11 p.m.
That's obviously more convenient for me because I mean I was working during the I want to say what was that the
Euros.
no, not the Euros. No, I'm talking about the
No,
early kickoffs
yes,
now. I think we had the, as you said, the 10 a.m. kickoffs as well, and then the 1 o'clock
1
1 p.m. And
Then 4. Yeah.
yeah, the 1 p.m. kickoff was inconvenient for me because I was working. But now that it's in the evening for me, I can just sit back and watch and continue to do some watch-alongs and really start to enjoy it. And of course, I believe there's only one channel where I am which is showing the World Cup. So I think they're going to pick the match they're choosing, and I will have to depend on updates from the other match being played at the same time. So, for example, I believe Argentina and Poland will be broadcast on this screen, and I will have to depend on updates from the Mexico-Saudi Arabia game. And Argentina look much better. They should qualify. If they beat Poland, they will be group winners. I don't see
I'm
Saudi
watching that
Arabia-
game in the restaurant,
Both in
actually.
Malaysia, that means our first of the last round games will be at 11 p.m. and then 3
Yep,
a.m.
correct.
Yeah.
11 p.m. then 3 a.m. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
3 a.m.
so-
3 a.m.
Yeah.
for Eugene. Are we doing a watch along for the final at 3 a.m.?
Oh no,
Yeah, why
no.
not?
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Right.
The finals are 11 p.m. Eugene, Sunday.
Yeah. Monday.
No, Sunday.
Sunday.
I
the
took
World
leave
Cup.
on Monday already, so I know.
You took leave on Monday already. Yeah.
You took your
right.
Monday
My
off?
off day is on Monday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
take
I
Monday
might do
off.
if I can get back at home in time, I might do a watch along. Right. But Sunday also is like my like Monday is my off day too. So yeah, I might
Yeah, you
do
can
it.
just,
okay.
you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I finish work
But if
at
it's England, I'll be in
10:30,
the pub. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Unless you're joining from the pub shouting songs and stuff.
Yeah, do that.
Now, I have to say this: a pub at this particular point of time would be the worst place to watch England play, because there are going to be a lot of idiots over there who will, completely. I mean, I don't know. For some reason, there's something about the worst of those fans in England, which really, sicken someone.
Put 'em
I mean,
in.
the antics they get up to,
Yeah. No, but the thing is that it's too early to get into that kind of scenario, if I'm not mistaken. You're
It's more
saying if
'cause,
it's
like, the pub I go to
11
usually-
p.m., that means it's a 3 p.m. game for you guys, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Half of you guys will be at work. But unless if
Yeah,
England
but,
gets
no, Eugene,
final,
you say that workplaces
Mm.
they allowed us to go at 1 o'clock to watch the game because it was England. They said
but
if
that's
you want to go,
lunchtime. They allow you-
they literally
yeah,
said to us, if you want to go to the pub and watch the game. They didn't. They said it's fine
yeah.
at 1 o'clock.
Just don't
How
come
about
back
doing
drunk,
like
right?
in the pub?
They literally
on
had
the
to,
Zoom
they had to like not. They didn't breathalyze us, but they checked us to see if we were drunk or not when we came back. It was quite
Okay.
funny.
Oh,
I actually had
dear.
one drink. That's it. I didn't have more than one.
Well, were you kicked out?
No, I had one
You're not-
drink because I was like, I need to go back to work in 2 hours.
Top bloke. I love that.
Yeah,
Ah,
but
you want to go back?
Advantages.
What's your name? I can't remember. Yeah.
6
How
minutes
does-
of agony.
Yeah.
6
Steak.
minutes of agony.
steak minutes. What?
Yeah.
I said
What's
six-
your name? Steak?
I said
What's your
I said
steak?
I said 6 minutes. 6 minutes of agony.
Not steak.
I don't know if
And that's
Canada can take any more of this. I think they've given up the
Oh,
ghost.
there's
on it.
another 6 more minutes of agony. Okay.
Yeah.
So not
Yeah.
steak.
Yeah. That's not steak.
How about another 6 more steaks?
Mm.
Steak a minute.
But the sad part is that the England's final game against Wales will be at 3 a.m. So let's hope this time I can wake up to watch it. That's the thing. All right. Oh, okay.
Well, I'll tell
But
you one thing. If it,
based on the group standings and all that, right? England plays either if we are first.
It's
okay,
Ecuador or Netherlands.
Yeah, it's either Ecuador or Netherlands, right? No surprise coming up from there. What
I
about
think
Senegal?
Senegal will be just under a bit too
Oh, no,
much
Senegal.
pressure. Senegal, Ecuador would probably be the winner take all, but Senegal have to win. They can't afford to draw. And I definitely don't see the Netherlands losing to Qatar. That would be utterly ridiculous.
To be
That
fair,
is
They
that-
have to have pride. Like
Manny,
That happens
that is
instead
the
of you're
biggest
watching
trick.
for Dutch players walking around with new Rolls Royces or anything. Start watching. If Netherlands lose to Qatar, you better be checking those Dutch player bank
to
accounts.
be fair,
no,
Vincent
no,
Janssen
but-
could actually get a goal in the World
What if-
Cup.
okay, you have to put this in the calculation, right? What if the Dutch drew? Will they still qualify?
Yep, they'd be unbeaten.
What if they lost?
Okay. If they drew, if they qualify, so
Oh!
don't be surprised
Oh,
they will draw.
Oh yeah.
Hoyle.
Ah,
If Netherlands lose Senegal and Senegal loses, then Netherlands still goes through.
mm.
But
Netherlands
let's say if
basically
Netherlands draw and Senegal wins.
And
And
this is
Netherlands
why
will-
Junior Hoylett was
and
never able to
Ecuador
play
would
in the
have less
Premiership.
points.
No.
That's
Get that on target, son. You did all the hard work.
Mm.
But yeah, so in the pub we just start singing the Harry Maguire song. I don't know if you know that song. The Gareth
At
Southgate
least Harry
song.
Maguire did well against the States. Right?
Yeah, he was England's best player.
Yeah. To be fair, he's probably got some sort of like brain damage now after like heading the ball like 10 times that match. But
Yeah. And,
But
and here's the thing.
Would you
if
rather
you don't-
see Maguire or Dyer in the back 3 or 4?
probably
Neither.
Maguire, England.
I'd rather steak, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. obviously.
Let's
No,
just play
here's
with
the
10
answer.
men.
Here's the answer. Connor Cody.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
thank you.
42.
Oh no, they're going to concede another goal.
Oh, Miller.
If they misses this,
Is it 4?
4-0. Yeah, Modric.
Oh, Modric got a score.
No, not
I
Modric.
thought Modric is out.
He looked like Modric. He doesn't Modric. It's
Is it 4-1?
No.
It's
need
one
to
of
be
the
full.
subs.
Who's
I
number
need-
7? He looked like Modric.
And,
Wow.
That was really bad defending.
Yeah.
yeah, Miller, they're just.
Now it's like
Oh,
Canada is
what?
attacking all the time. Okay, all right. The counter.
Who's channeling
Alright.
is in there?
Oh
Eric
my
Dyer.
god, what was all that about?
Is Eric he's watching Eric Dyer last
Oh,
night?
miss-
That's why.
Channels
Hey,
in a
Got prediction
direness.
is right.
yeah. Watching Eric Dyer.
Oh yeah, I've got a prediction right. Score.
Yeah, Scott got
Yes, you
prediction
did.
right.
Yes.
Stay.
Stay.
Alright.
So
You
it's
got me
true
saying
that.
it now as well. You got me saying
So it's
it now
all
as
true. They watch along at half time and they just all score on
Oh
stream.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Steak said what?
They saw it come on.
Right,
You
right.
just watch, and I'm like, no. We're
I
gonna
mean, a
stop playing
penny for
now.
John Herdman's thoughts. I'd be thinking that's you, drop for the next game, but son.
Who's Scott?
No, I was just saying
Alright.
if I were to know John Herdman's thoughts, he'd be thinking that's you, drop for the next game, son. Kamal Miller there. I mean, all he had to do was get his body properly in position and not, let it go through his legs. And no chance there for Borjan. Poor bloke.
Yeah. Who does he play for, Miller?
Some MLS team, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't watch MLS, so I don't know.
Do the Canadian players play all around Europe most of it, Scott, or is it just?
We have like 5. Who's in Europe? Hoylett's in like the 10th division.
Reading.
England,
10th division.
Sunday
League.
I saw him down my 5-a-side on Wednesday.
Yeah, he had to sell at half time. I was just completely pissed and gave away 5 penalties.
Obviously, Fonzie's with Bayern Munich, and I think David is also, doing quite well in Europe.
There's probably like 7 guys, 8 guys, but some of them are like.
All right, most of them are.
Borjan plays in the Serbian league.
Yeah, probably in the middle of
Belgium. One of our guys is trying to go play for Celtic. Woohoo! So
I think the only Canadian player I remember was Thomas Radzinski, is it?
Yes, Thomas Radzinski.
Yes, Radzinski. Fuller man,
a proper throwback name, actually.
Yeah.
And of course, he was, as Polish as they came, but obviously, chose to play for Canada. And Canada finished
Montreal.
Has the game ended?
Yep, game
Good job, Croatia. Congratulations.
Okay. Perisic gets the chance to go to the next. Oh.
Croatia always do well. I don't think they've had a bad tournament.
Yeah, somehow or another they always will. That means not to underestimate Morocco then, right?
Morocco have players. They've got Ziyech. I think it's class.
Hakimi.
Hakimi. They've got that striker from Seville. I forgot his name. El Sharimi or something. I don't know.
El Nesri.
El Nesri, that's it. and I'm sure there's another couple good players in there as well.
Hakimi.
Yeah, Hakimi.
Yeah, Hakimi's already been mentioned, I think.
Mazur.
Let me see the lineup.
Oh, guys, the game has ended, right? So, any thoughts and comments? Right, let's get Scott's thoughts and comments first.
Yeah.
We like to hear Scott's thoughts and comments.
Yay, nay.
Yay, nay.
Big deal. I don't know. I don't really care.
And then we'll get steak comments, right?
Any energy to get excited about it.
Yeah. But what steak said?
Amrabat. That's it. Amrabat had a good game. Sorry.
Yeah.
The player who was supposed to give Winks the freedom to play football.
Winks.
But Sofian Boufal, he's good as well. I like.
Boufal is there too. Okay.
He's good.
But
I've always liked him.
All ex-Premier League players there, right? Boufal and
Boufal's with Southampton.
Yeah, West Ham.
But we wanted him before he went there, but we didn't buy him.
We wanted a lot of players that never goes.
Yeah.
But of course, what Steak did was that he predicted if Scott jumps onto came on to the show. Canada will lose 4-1. Yeah. That's the oracle for you, right? Oracle.
The oracle with a steak.
The steak-ical.
Right, guys. Let's go around the panel one more time. Julian, any thoughts and comment on this game? And of course, I would like to hear from you about the next big game, right? The Spain against Germany one. What do you think?
The game just now, Croatia, Canada. It's not a boring 0-0. Entertaining. So I think Croatia was there to win it. So for Germany, Spain, I think I'll go for 2-1 win for Germany. They have to win this game.
So 2-1 win for
Yeah, I
Germany.
love that. I'd love that.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
to make
And,
group
and, and
interesting.
Harry, same.
Oh, so
you?
thoughts on today's game? Well, Canada
Yeah.
started all right, but quality of Croatia
Yeah.
shone through in the end, and
Mm.
they tore them apart. As for tonight's game, I hope Germany win because then all the teams in the group have 3 points, and we're very interested in going to the last game. But I think we're very close tonight. I think Germany win 3-2.
Oh, German win. Yeah,
3-2.
Manny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily going to be too confident about a German win, but I will say that given that they're from the same continent, they might have a plan to counter that return to tiki-taka, which blew Costa Rica away, and how. But knowing Enrique as well as I do, he's managed to find a way to somehow win, even when they aren't firing on all cylinders, and he certainly has a lot more talent he can bring off the bench. This might actually end up being a draw, but I wouldn't be surprised if Germany do win. I'm going to go for a Desmond.
2-2.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Desmond 2-2. All right. Good one. Desmond 2-2. All right. And Guguma, the game.
I
you're
thought
happy
it was
the
really fun. Yeah, it was a good game. It was nice to see Canada. They're very energetic, and I think they're exciting. It's too bad because I think Croatia was just too good and experienced. But yeah, it was really fun. And Germany, Spain. I think Germany's gonna win.
Oh, everyone thinks Germany is going to win here. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that means
So
Spain's
they have
gonna
to
win.
win. They have to
Yeah,
win.
that
Yeah,
means Spain will win
they
again.
always look like they can't afford to lose.
Yeah, I mean, bear in mind, of course, just because a team has to win doesn't mean it necessarily will. But
Yeah,
if
yeah.
Argentina could do it, so can Germany.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Muller double.
Scott,
That's what I'm thinking.
yeah, Scotty, since Stick has 1 minute, he needs some time. He's doing something. I'll get your
I
thought.
mean,
We're having steak.
I will hope that Germany wins, just because I want to see kind of the better teams go through, and I don't want Japan to go through because they're crap. So I'll hope that Germany wins, because then Spain will
Steak.
take care of Japan in that last round. So I'm going to hope for a German win, but it's tough. It's tough because Spain looks so good, but then Germany, I mean, I hate to count them out because they always find a way to win
Never
games.
count the Germans out. Yeah,
It'll be a good. Should be a good game. Should be a good game to watch.
that's true. And Steak, what about you?
Steak is always right, and
Steak
I think
is always
Spain and Spain's going to win 2-0.
Oh, okay.
All right, Spain's gonna win 2-0. So out of all the panelists here, I think Steak is the one who says that Spain is gonna win.
He did predict
And
4-1.
Germany beat Gals, right? Yeah, but
No mistake from Steak.
No mistake.
No mistake, right? And I think that's what Scott has been saying all the time. Not as good.
Yeah, if I get this right, then I'm correct.
Going to be 6 of them in the next World
I'm
Cup.
asking for lottery numbers next week.
Okay. But of course,
That is, yeah. Listen, I want to go back to that. I mean, like that comment is really, really unfair because there are some CONCACAF teams, obviously, who do lend a great deal to the World Cup, and let's not forget that USA are still very much in the mix. If they beat Iran, they could certainly end up going through. And of course, it was in 2002 that the US made the quarterfinals, which enabled, CONCACAF to get an extra half berth, which became 4 when Trinidad qualified. So I'm not going to accept the fact that the CONCACAF teams lower the standard at all. I think they do lend some quality players. And when they get themselves right as individual teams, they're a treat to watch. And as an Arsenal fan, shout out to Matt Turner. A lot of our Arsenal fans were, slagging him off, saying he would never be good enough to be Aaron Ramsdale's backup. And now look, Ramsdale's on the bench. He won't get any minutes. And Turner's starting and having the time of his life. Only conceded a penalty. No goal from open play.
Yeah,
Who's laughing now, huh?
Yeah, but in that entire game against US, we just crossed the ball into a box where Turner's about 6'5". Like, what were we expecting to happen?
yeah, that's true.
Turner's not
But
6'5".
guys,
Ramsdale's taller than he is, and Ramsdale's 6'2".
Swear Turner's taller.
You sure?
I don't know.
Agree with you,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. But guys, I'll be doing the South Korea versus Ghana, right? So
Scott has
any
to
of you,
come on for that one.
who? Scott?
Has to come on for that one. His favorite players play.
South Korea. Oh no, I'm working. Thank God I don't have to watch that shit.
Yeah. South Korea, Ghana is.
He's got sons playing.
Oh,
that
sorry,
game, so-
Goguma. Yes.
You cannot say that, right? You cannot say
Man,
that.
it's gonna be
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And
But of
also,
course, any of
if
you
it
guys
bad-
who want to join me, let me know, right? South Korea,
Yeah.
Ghana. Yeah.
Sure.
If some through divine miracle I can join, it'll be through my mobile. Okay. So if you put
All
the
right.
link,
No problem. I'll send you the link. Yeah, I'll send you the link. Right. Yeah.
if I
I'll
end up
send you
in
all
the
you guys
pub through
link,
some
yeah.
miracle tomorrow, I'll
Yeah.
join.
All right, guys. I'll just go through the chats and say a big shout out to guys who joined us in the chats today. Jeremy, of course, the last comment coming in. Jacob from United Spurs of America, big up to Jacob. And Jeremy puts in another one. 8 CONCACAF teams in the World Cup. One lucky one, Costa Rica was Japan, not accepting. Yeah, maybe true. Alex, all right, steak, and of course Scott M, the Steakical or Oracle, Steak Oracle, right? Who predicted if Scott jumps onto this show, Canada will lose 4-1. Of course, we have Guguma in the chat, all right, saying guys, all right. Who else do we have in the chat who say it, right? Alex, right? Phil P was here earlier. Big up to Phil. Right. And anybody else?
Eva.
Eva Man.
Eva
Yeah, big up to
Man,
Eva
Eva
Man. Yeah, Eva Man's from Hong Kong. Right, big up to Eva
Phil
too.
P. Did you say Phil P?
Yeah, Phil P. Woo. Big up to Phil P. Yeah. Guys, thanks for joining. Right. I'll be having the next watch along. There will be the South Korea Ghana one. There's this one. That's why I'm telling money. There will be the Sony versus Party. Right. Sony versus Party.
Tottenham versus Arsenal.
Yeah, okay. Tottenham versus Arsenal thing again. If money you're free to respond, I think you'll be working during the time, right? Tomorrow.
I'll try.
I think.
Yeah, if it's 1 o'clock,
Yeah.
I might be working, but I should be
Yeah.
able to come on for the second half, maybe, and maybe I'll join you then. Yeah.
All right.
I said
put the
for
link
me,
up to you guys.
if you put the link in the chat, by some divine miracle, something crazy
Yeah.
happens at work tomorrow, and I can join, I'll join.
All right, I'll put a link in the chat. And Julian, right? Tomorrow's a public holiday, right? If you're free to join,
Yeah.
right? If
I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
you know what's up, right? All right, guys. Thanks for all you guys being on.
Thanks for
Like-
having me
I
on,
have the
Eugene,
same amount of
man.
goals as someone in the World Cup.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Alex, if tonight you get correct, I'm asking you for lottery numbers next week.
Okay.
We all are going
Give
to ask
that
you
up.
for next weeks week.
Yeah.
Right, guys. Thanks for being
count-
on.
Speak for yourselves. I'm not involved in that lottery luck.
Okay.
But we've got Alex. No.
Yeah, exactly.
But guys, just don't forget, right? Take off your earphones when you hear this.